You are listening to subscriber-only content.
First down.
Hello, friends. Happy Friday. You guys know it's Friday already? And we are looking live at Cowboys training camp. We are here at Cowboys training camp, Oxnard, California, in a tent on a cloudy day. The high, 72 degrees, I think. The low, felt cooler last night. Let's check in with those who had sweaty sleep masks and heavy complaints on yesterday's show. We'll hear from everybody. Hold on. Pull this around. Pull it through this or else you're going to yank that out.
Remember that meme? I yank the thing, and then the whistles
I think you just
go
made
woo
it. Did you make it worse? Or oh, no. Look at that.
The whistles go woo woo. It's the E-Bombs world.
Anyway,
Shout out to it.
welcome to camp, folks. If you're tuning in, it's the Dumb Zone. I'm Dan McDowell.
I'm Jake Kemp.
I'm Blake Jones.
We have Foodie CK here. We have Matt Grimm, our driver, here. We have TC Fleming here as well.
Driver feels like reduction.
It kind of does.
I just don't like
What
it.
do we say?
I've tried to
You
force
wanted
it.
to call him a roadie.
That is a much more highly respected term than
Chief
driver.
Logistics Officer.
I like that.
It's a Band-Aid.
Last night was very pleasant. We figured out the blinds. We got a breeze going. It's a very sustainable situation.
One out of
I'm
two
looking
is
forward
not
to
bad.
sleeping.
Okay, that was from the guy who had a sweaty sleep mask.
It wasn't sweaty this morning.
Last night was better.
Ooh.
You don't love the tone.
But I don't love how we got there.
Boy, I felt like sensei, as I often do these days.
Because
I'm sitting in my room reading.
Humble, first and foremost.
And Blake pops his head in. He kind of a little snicker, little swagger of a younger man goes, got the AC on. And I go,
I saw it in action.
Really?
I saw him.
I was like,
So-
because honestly, at that point, I
He's
assumed
holding his hand by the vent.
it
He's
was
like, I think there's
possible
something up.
that he was correct. All there really is a thing that says no AC, which could just be a suggestion on the thermostat.
I thought it meant AC does not exist in this house.
Right, but
he then turned it on, and it seemed to be working.
Right, and I was happy for him.
Like, yeah, he
but
just
I
put
also
the button
knew
on
exactly
AC.
what was going to happen.
What happened?
It doesn't. It's not. There's no AC.
It
working
pushes air, but it's not cooled air.
okay, but at least we have air circulating.
The pushing air does improve the situation a little
But yeah,
bit.
Dan and I walk in yesterday, and they're, you just kind of like next to community mechanical so long, you learn a thing or two. The return vent was taking in air, so obviously they have the system to at least move the air. So then we go to the thermostat, and it says no AC, and I thought, I beg to differ. Let's try. And so flipped on cool, set the set point, and then cool air started coming out of the vents.
Don Beebe in January of 1993, right there.
Maybe
He's
it was
at the-
cooler than the air that
Leon
was
led
around
at the
us,
2-yard line, pops his head in. Hey,
Could have looked around to see if there's there's a lot of evidence when there's an AC system in the house.
In any case,
Well, but it said heat only, so I don't know.
we did take a
It's-
little
You
trip
should
to get
see
dinner.
if the heat works. Just pump that in there and just see.
It seemed cooler last night when we were out at night.
It was cooler in the morning on my early morning walk. So I'm, at least thus far, sticking with Texas time. So I wake up at 6:30 to get up and walk to go get my coffee. So what is that, 4:30? So I'm not at the gas station till 5, but it's 5 a.m. I'm behind a guy that was taking forever. And I've seen future me here many times. I've seen 75 to 80-year-old men walking small dogs, not a care in the world. Just that's me. Future me. I've told Jake this morning. I'm seeing myself at this time when I'm looking at all the people in my life, where they are, my wife has half my money back in Texas.
I was going to ask, are any of these guys?
I'm just here. I'm going to Vaughn. I know everyone's name. They all know me and everything.
He got himself a sandwich made outside of sandwich hours this morning.
Daniel, good to see you.
That was only my first win on just the stacking wins that you've been a part of this morning.
I wasn't going to tell him about the cop. That's
Why?
It's up to you how you want to present that, because I don't think the way I do it would be.
The way I present it, well, let me just tell my friend TC, who would really enjoy the fact that I went in the exit.
Yeah, of course. Why not?
There's a really long line to get in.
To get into camp?
To get into camp.
This morning, okay.
I ended up pulling in the exit, and when I started inching in, I got a cop giving me the no. Like, hold the hand up, and he said no. So then I inched a little more in, and he gave me the no.
I wish Derek Chauvin would have just popped, buddy.
And so I kept inching, not fast, though, very slow. And then he walks up. And then I said, I showed him the pass right away that says VIP on it. And then I said, oh, I'm sorry. This is our first day here. Is it, where are we supposed to? And he's like, no, you're going to have to go back out. I go, okay, you want me to reverse? And I'll go back out and go around. Like, I was indicating that I would do that terribly long and arduous process, but I want to. And then he kind of gave the, hey, just remember in the future.
Uh-huh.
And kind of let us pass. And then he's shaking his head.
No,
he's
just sit there, man.
We have all day. We're not on, like, we're very early.
Whatever you got to do, I consider that's part of your positive, cope therapy. You need to feel like you kind of got one over on someone, and
he got in the parking lot pretty quickly. That one goes down as a
pulled
win.
in the exit, dude. And we have VIP level parking. We could have waited in a small line instead of a big line. Yes. And the guy was like, we kind of have like a flow. There's a way to do it. And
he was right. He was right in the long run.
Don't you love the Jake passive aggressive? No, it's fine. And he takes a massive vape. I'm fine.
But I started this by saying,
I'm
at a gas station behind a guy who's taken forever at 5 a.m. I'm just holding my coffee. And this is future Jake. Because he's very old. He had some kind of a major scar, so something happened. But he was having trouble directing the guy to which pack of smokes he wanted. And the guy finally brought the pack of smokes over. And then he gathered that pack of smokes, 4 tiny these energy drinks, and then went on his way. 5 a.m., that's his day. He's starting it.
That's not you. That's him.
I said, What did I just say?
Okay.
That's future Jake.
Okay.
I go, I've seen future Dan, and hopefully these guys can run into each other and wonder how were they ever friends. Because the one guy's just walking his little dog, paying his alimony or whatever, and the other guy's
guy's out doing quests.
Yeah, this other guy's just beating ass starting at like 5 a.m. He's like, I'm running late today.
Yeah.
Because freaking Jake, I wake up and think, okay, I'm the guy on Texas time. I'm going to be alone. I get up. He's already awake. He's on the couch, typing away, doing some work.
But he doesn't keep normal hours.
Right, but he was asleep yesterday afternoon.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't see you for...
Yeah, I think it was probably when my daughter first went to Montessori, and they kind of introduced to you the way that your brain works in blocks. And for me, when the show is over, if I have nothing to do, like, I feel drained. When I used to drive home from the station, sometimes I would miss Why Today Doesn't Suck, or the start of the Hardline or whatever, because I'm just like, fuck. So now, if I have nothing to do, I'll just lay down. And then I try to get back to work by like 8 or 8:30 at night and go till like 11:30 or midnight.
And then go to sleep again for 4 hours?
Yeah, until like 4:30 or 5.
It was funny hearing TC wake him up at 8:30. What time is it? 8:30? Oh, okay. Got up and...
You went and woke him up.
Ate dinner?
We were going to eat dinner, and I didn't want him to wake up 5 minutes after that and be like, you guys got dinner without me?
But yeah, I'll nap on you, dude. I can just sleep at the, like...
Is a 4 hour sleep in the afternoon a nap? Or is that like a... It's a red cycle. Like, are you getting... deep? Are you looking at your sleep patterns?
I haven't worn that thing since I tore my ACL because I knew it was going to be all jacked up.
Oh, so it's like his food app. You just don't. You don't want to use it to see it.
Don't want to know. Once I started doing stuff at night again, all I know is I feel great. And yes, part of that is game day, but I just listen to my body. And I know that sounds super WHL,
Amen,
but when
brother.
I'm tired, I lay down this morning. It was 4:30. I got up, and I felt like Mega Man. I felt like gas station man.
That's definitely the way to go because we've seen the articles now where if you wake up and you see a bad sleep score, like your day's
100
ruined. It's mental.
And I know that. That's why I started wearing the thing, is that I could convince myself that if I got good sleep, and the score said yes, we're good. But sometimes I would get good sleep, and I'm like, I don't know. But if I see the green. But now I'm just, I don't know. I feel pretty dialed. And now after the show today, we got stuff we want to do. I'm caught up. At some point this weekend, I'll probably sleep for 10 straight hours.
So we all did Spencer McKenzie's yesterday? Because I'm trying to keep a tally. We all did, but at various times.
It was in waves, but yes, everyone did go there.
We went the non-Blake and Dan contingent went right after the show. Right after. Just, we're done. We're going there.
Because you consider that your lunch, whereas I just
don't
had my
consider
lunch. Oh.
You're impossible.
You have no traditional.
Right.
There's no sleep. There's no dinner, lunch. Like, it's just.
And I know
free-range
that,
living.
and I haven't brought this up much
Free-range
because
living.
we haven't been around each other. This has been going on for months, and he probably knows. TC does because we talk at night a lot more than we used to. But my point is just we went right away to have whatever meal that was. Dan and Blake stayed back to do some recon.
How'd that go? Did you make some meaningful connections?
We're having Stephen Jones
It didn't go any better than the interaction you saw. Which
Boy,
was,
that went about as bad as I
Right.
can imagine something
the
going.
quickest handshake with PR.
No, it was a very life's most embarrassing moments.
So we went there. We ate pretty
It can
quick.
only get better.
We order when the waiter comes over. We pay right when it's time. We're in and out of there. We get back to the house, and as we're pulling up, Dan is walking out on the street. He's like, "Where'd you guys go?" Well, we went to Spencer McKenzie's. He goes, "You just went?" And kind of had this
sad.
sad look. And I'm like, "Boy, I know what that was a shot a little bit, but yeah."
No, it's okay. I don't care.
You looked kind of like a kid who got cut from a team of well, I thought they'd wait on me. I'm the fish guy.
Not wait,
Fish
but
man.
ask or something, But that's fine. I love eating at Spencer McKenzie's, whether I'm with a group of people or by myself.
TC,
You're at Spencer McKenzie's.
TC's not allowed to have shellfish, so while they do have an expansive menu,
There was
it
a lot of great stuff.
does take a couple.
Those
options
ahi
off.
tacos were as good as anything I've had. That was my first time at Spencer McKenzie's. You guys are right. It's as good as he said.
You've
even
heard
without
about it for
shellfish.
years.
Oh, that was your first time.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
exciting.
It was very exciting.
So I walked there on the, there's a path that you can get there. And I'm feeling really good about myself. Was talking to my wife, getting that out of the way early. And there's an end point. Like, hey, I'm here. I got to,
Right, unlike to her story.
we know, we know the truth. So, and I'm feeling great because I'm like, oh man, another day, another 10,000 steps. This is how great I am. And I noticed probably she might have been 70, at least 65. She just walks pat like it. I don't know. I must walk so slow. Because she wasn't really fast walking either. And I just had to tell my wife, look, I just got mogged by a 70-year-old lady. But I still made it there eventually.
Yeah, I think you're dealing with the top-ranked walkers in America out here. There's got to be some parts.
There's no off season for
These
them.
are SEC walkers.
Yeah, a lady like that, she's been doing that every day for forever. Now, I think you kind of move slow in general, but when we were walking in here today, I couldn't keep up with you. So you can, I don't know, it's weird. You flip it on.
I get motivated by the cowboy. I'm very excited to be here. And then I get here and I learn that it's Blake's birthday. So happy birthday to Blake, everybody.
Thank you.
Now
I
what?
literally just learned this.
When's your real
It's
birthday?
not his birthday.
May 15th.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Scott.
Today's
So it's the Friday before the 15th. As you know, Blake.
got
Well, do you need to reset for the people listening at home?
Well, I'll
Listening
reset
in
the
the car?
TC. So my birthday's May 15th. If you put that into all of my food apps, like you get all of these birthday rewards at the same time.
More than you could eat.
Can't use them all. Some of them, it's only that day. Some of them have a weekend. Some of a week. You just can't reach them all. So what I've begun to do is space them out. So recently I signed up. I got a tea pass at McAllister's.
What?
a niche item, even.
For sweet tea, you mean?
Well, I'm trying to. I had some heart palpies a year or so ago, so I'm trying to lower my caffeine. So I've switched to tea instead of energy drinks or coffee.
Yeah.
And so McAllister's has wonderful tea. So I'll go unsweet tea in the afternoon. The tea pass is $8 a month. You can get one every single day. And I do.
Wow.
Great value. Anyway, signed up for the tea pass. They asked me for my birthday, August 15th.
Excellent.
Because
So-
that was open.
Well, I
your
always do it on
calendar?
the 15th.
10-star closed.
Yeah, I always do it on the 15th, and then I try to go just different months. And for McAllister's, I picked August.
Do you have a spreadsheet which indicates?
No, I have like a memory bank of
Okay.
this one I did July, the next one I'll do August, next one October,
Okay.
and I just will remember what they are.
He goes into his mind palace.
Right. And so McAllister, we were to August, and so this weekend I got a free cookie at McAllister's.
Excellent.
What? And now you're just sitting here knowing that's for me. I'm at some point in the next couple days.
I get a nice treat.
I'm going to cash that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
All because you're a genius.
It's living like a video game character.
on your birthday.
I thought you meant it was his birthday. I missed the first pass there because tomorrow is when his real year starts.
Yeah. Try
His
not to
first
think about it.
travel to NFL game, and then his weekends from here on out. Because he's been in the trenches.
Is it
dog.
real though? If you're not with Berline, Berline's not doing.
I'm
tomorrow.
saying it's real because he's not with his kids. Like his weekends for the past 6 months
Yeah.
have been one thing.
Yeah, this is a different.
Ooh, he showed me a sad video yesterday.
You don't want to know.
Did you see it?
No, I just think I have a theory that like movies have trained kids to miss their parents more than they actually do, and it's performative.
Well, no, it was just his kid taking his first steps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. First 3 steps yesterday.
I don't think I could clock that. They all felt too like that. Is that a step?
And-
Is that a
Yeah.
step?
Whenever people talk about first
words, yeah.
how does any there's just a bunch of sounds? And
I think it was
closer
up.
to words.
For my daughter, I feel like it was up. She
There's
learned the word up, and then she
zero
would never
chance.
say anything else because if she said up,
Yeah.
we'd be like, "Did you see her? She said." Oh my God! And then we'd pick her up. It would be a celebration. But then she'd say it again. Like, I want to trigger that again.
Yeah.
Up, wah! And then, yeah, pretty quick that gets old.
Yeah.
But she still wants to do it 30.
The third one, really.
She wants to do it 30 consecutive times. All right.
They're slow learners.
Yeah. And then she learns that up means the back of your hand. It's unbelievable. I thought it meant one thing.
Now, we sent a video of my kid whenever she was young to one of Megan's friends, and the friend could tell that, it was a sentence. She said a sentence, but, to us, it's just, she's doing the garbling again.
Yeah.
And so, I have no idea, does that doesn't count as first word. She must have been doing 100 words before that.
But these were out
We're
of a
just too
starting
dumb.
block. He was just chugging 3 steps.
Man, yeah, he might be a lineman, so I think his first steps were actually backwards and pass
set.
protection.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, he took
Down.
3
Anchor.
steps yesterday. I think you're wrong. I think I can prove my oldest misses me because I brought my Xbox.
Well,
Which
he
means-
misses one of you.
He misses the version of me that'll let him play. But we do have a date this afternoon. He's going to go over to grandparents' house and get on my dad's Xbox, and we're going to play a little Xbox this afternoon.
That's a great bit.
So I'm going to commandeer the TV, if that's okay with you all.
Of course.
I did walk to Spencer McKenzie's. Dan and I passed on the walking trail. And then was not ready
Well, go ahead. I don't want to talk about that.
was not ready to get back to the house just yet. So I walked past the house, and I went to our frozen yogurt stand that we became very familiar with last year.
We meaning Blake.
It's pretty mid.
Blake
Hey,
loves
I mean, it's good. It's fine, but it's nothing you're going to be like, hey, if you come here, you got to go here.
Again, those fighting words for Blake. I'll respect the fact that you like this place.
you can see it means a lot to me. I don't know why. You
Sorry. Sorry. Bourdain stopped there once.
Yeah. And so I get my cup with my cookie dough bites, and as I'm walking, one falls on the ground.
Oh, no.
And so I quickly pick it up and realize, like, the reason I'm eating this is for the cookie dough bites.
Yeah.
And so I eat it.
Nice. Yeah.
And then the
crap.
rest of the cup just tastes like concrete.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
So maybe you just got to let it go.
Important lesson.
I mean, it's like $12.
That's my point. Is that
Yeah.
it's $1 per cookie dough bite.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that value go out the window.
I learned something I want last night.
Things Jake wants?
Yep. Because a lot of the local news coverage out here is about the sale of the Lakers and Mark Walters and how he owns the Dodgers, what's going to happen with Shohei. And last night they were all reporting that in his contract, Shohei has a key clause.
Key man.
Key man clause, that's what it is. The key man clause, which states that if, like, the person in charge, the key man, changes, that parts of your contract are null. And it kind of makes sense, I guess, but
So what does that mean, though? What?
he's not thought
If-
to
if
be wanting to
Walter-
exercise it.
If
But
Walter sells the Dodgers, he has the ability to opt out.
yeah, like
He
immediately.
can tear up the whole thing. And it also applies to the GM. If they switch GMs, Shohei has the ability to tear up his contract.
And I'd never heard the term. They were throwing it around. Oh, his discovered key man clause. I'm like, damn, that's leverage. Like, this is with you, not them.
You guys just
Never
want
heard
to
of it
make it so
before.
that if Cat ever moved on,
Right. I want the
you want to
option.
go with.
I want to be here.
Speaking of Blake, and yesterday you started the show talking about our shopping trip,
Yeah.
and I just failed to mention, but I thought of it last night because I was took a glorious shower last night after all this walking and Neutrogena Sport sunscreen all over me. I had to wipe that all off. And I see in the bathroom they have little tiny shampoos. Did you guys experience this?
Mhm.
And like a little bar of soap. And it reminded me that when I was with Blake shopping, he bought 3 giant bars of soap. Like bars.
Oh.
Like the big giant, like, how are you going to use 3 bars of soap this weekend? Or 1 week? Like, you didn't buy the 1 bar.
The price,
And even buying a bar of soap.
the price per
When's the
bar
last
was
time we all
better.
did that?
I'm still a bar soap guy.
I'm a loofah guy.
That's
Your
cute.
bar, Grim?
You're a bar guy?
He's a loofah
Well, they have- okay.
washcloth.
Now, you bought some shampoo, too, and I'm not objecting to that because those tiny little shampoos, you're going to roll through that probably in a day on your mustache.
Well, yeah, but those
But-
are also like $1, and the big bottle I got was $2.
I'm not arguing with the shampoo. I
First
thought
down.
there was a great first down. The tiny bar of soap will last you weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to have to get a second one or then the third one every time he sees one of my
But
pubes
no, I'll just
on
take the
there.
other 2 bars of soap home and use them there. But I
I'm saying the tiny one from the bathroom would work enough. You didn't need to
No.
go buy a bar of
no,
soap.
because there's 3 guys showering in that shower. I don't want all 3 of us to use that tiny bar. I want my own bar.
That makes sense.
I'm going to
okay.
use every one of them.
In my opinion, that they wouldn't touch your bar of
I'm
soap
gonna use
if
all
somebody
3
else
of them.
used it, but
Okay,
maybe I'm
yeah,
wrong.
Is that why I saw hair on it? Please don't leave hair on the bar of soap.
You just took one, pluck one off your head on purpose?
I don't know where that hair came from.
Does this scare you?
A little bit.
What's it going to do?
I don't know.
Bore a hole into you?
Give me cooties.
I've never had cooties.
Jon Machota's coming on our show in a little bit.
Ask him.
We have a bunch of Cowboys talk today. We should mention that the reason we're out here at Cowboy Camp, one of the many reasons I should say, but it's Plum Quick. That is our plumbing advertiser. It's not a fruit that you can get expedited to you.
God.
When's the last time you ate a plum?
Man, it's been like forever. Maybe
Oh.
once in my life.
Maybe a month.
I
You're
feel like
plum
that's
guy?
a disgusting.
Any kind of fruit.
Ugh.
That's interesting. You'll never touch a vegetable,
Correct.
but you will eat any fruit.
Fruits taste a lot better.
Fruits definitely
he's
taste
not
a lot
wrong.
better. It's not like that seems like an uncontroversial opinion.
They've been doing some amazing things with plums, hybrid plums. The Trader Joe's by me has an array of plums that I find
Turpentines?
all delicious.
Well, speaking of amazing things with plums, plumquickcompany.com. They have an amazing bit for you where you can sign up for their annual membership. You get priority scheduling on that. So you got a problem, they'll move you to the front of the list. And they're great to deal with. So check them out, plumquickcompany.com.
Great dudes.
It is Plum
Trust them.
Quick.
How about a phone number for that dedicated Dumb Zone line? 469-331-3669.
Can I do Dan's Diamond Notes, or do you have other I have some baseball stuff, and I thought it could work into today's show. But if you have other stuff that you just want to get in before Machota, have at it. Otherwise, I have Dan's Diamond Notes.
Let's go Dan's Diamond Notes.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to talk Jaden.
Well, I don't want you to leave. I would like to.
Let's go Diamond.
I would like to get TC's thoughts on some of these things as well. I know Blake was trying to kick you off.
No, I just don't want to hear him put the headset on the table. I was trying to mute it.
Number one, did you know there was a Field of Dreams game?
Yeah.
Like still going on, let alone that it was last night.
I found out last night that it was last night, and yeah, I've seen. I see this every year because of social media, right? They just started it 5-6 years ago, and I remember when it was a huge.
They couldn't
it was
top the first one. I don't know why they tried.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It feels like that first one was great.
Tim Anderson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Against the
There you go.
Yankees.
Remember Tim Anderson?
He's officially retired, and they're honoring him in a couple of weeks
Why?
because he won a batting title with the White Sox and made a couple All-Star teams. He was awesome.
Okay. Seems like a low bar.
They played in
Do
21.
you know how bad the White
Let's
Sox
not get
players are?
mucked up in Southsides. 21,
Go ahead.
22, 26, and now next year. So it had been gone. So I was wrong. They did 21, 22, and then it was back.
Okay.
So-
Okay. That validates me a little bit that I wasn't even aware that it was still a thing, but for some reason it's still a thing, and they had it, and a collective tumbleweed has dropped across the United States, I think, in response to the.
Nah, I mean,
Field?
I've never seen Field of Dreams, and I don't plan to.
Boy, I think you should to just. To
I
rip
may have
it.
seen parts of it.
You
here
might
and
wanna
there,
rip it.
but the fact that it's in some way.
You might
about-
never watch baseball again if you watch that movie.
I worry. The redemption of shoeless Joe Jackson, but the outfield walls at last night's game were covered in ads for FanDuel.
Yes.
Oh.
That's pretty great.
No.
FanDuel at the Field of Dreams.
Elsewhere in Dan's Diamond Notes,
Potent.
Braxton Ashcraft is a pitcher.
Yeah.
You're familiar with him?
Just through fantasy.
Buccos.
Is it a TY?
It's Pirates.
Okay.
Had a complete game, 85 pitch complete game.
Wow.
He had 73 pitches going into the ninth, so had a chance at a shutout and what they say is a Maddox.
Yeah.
And I was reading this morning. I was like, what the hell? What is a Maddox? I've always heard like a
Under
real
90?
Yeah.
It is a complete game shutout under 100 pitches.
100.
So 99 or below, it'll be called a Maddox. And went and looked, looking why is this called a Maddox? Because he was a very efficient pitcher, and he has 13 career complete game shutouts under 100 pitches.
That's so astounding.
That's insane.
The most of any pitcher since pitch counts began being tracked. So I don't know exactly when that is. I'm going to guess in the 70s.
And I'm going to bet that no one before that had more than that.
Nobody had control that was throwing that much.
And that's where you would lose the bet, because I was thinking that as well. Let's see. What about the lowest? Well, Major League Baseball has been around a long time, but let's not go to the dead ball era. That would be silly. But we will go the 9-inning complete game, 1944, Red Barrett, 58 pitches.
Wow.
Two
How do you
hits,
do that?
no walks, no strikeouts.
Oh, my God.
He faced 29 batters.
Playing the kids from South Park.
58 pitches. It was a night game, and it turned out to be the shortest night game in Major League history. 1 hour and 15 minutes.
God, that'd be nice.
Wow.
No, it wouldn't.
If
Yes,
you
it
just
would.
It's
roll
better
into
for it
it-
to be shorter. For an hour and 15 minutes is a sideshow. That's a barnstorm. That's not a sporting event.
I'm going to side with TC on this one.
You'd be
And
home
then,
so early.
kind of a similar vein, there was a shutout last night by the Tigers. They shut out the Indians, or the Guardians. Not just one pitcher, because this is 2026, right? But no strikeouts in a shutout. The first time since 2014 when there's been a game where a team has been shut out with no strikeouts.
I would have guessed longer than that.
And it's happened 9 times in the last 31 years. Elsewhere in Dan's Diamond Notes, there is an athletic article that I thought you would love, and maybe Jon Machota can join in to talk about. It is entitled, Major League Baseball Players Love Their Scooters, Their Teams Wish They Didn't. Did you see this article?
No.
And I guess this is stemming off of that San Francisco Giants player
Harrison Bader. Yeah.
who got injured and might even have his $10 million contract voided because he got injured on a scooter ride.
Yeah.
And I
he
feel
was-
like they used to be a much bigger deal out here. Seeing guys
At
on
camp?
Yes, like you'd see him on Hard Knocks and stuff. You'd see him out in the parking lot.
At the Hall of Fame thing, there was a big picture of Larry Fitzgerald signing for the fans, but he was signing while on a Segway. It
Okay.
was not a good look.
Anyway. And my final note would be that Neil, Libman, remember him?
I do remember Neil Libman of the Rangers.
He is leaving his post as chairman of the Rangers Sports Media. Will
could see
retain his
how that
stake in
might
the
be.
ownership group, but they say the switch to Buzzer is not behind the departure, but
Yeah, sure.
that's, of course, what they say, yes.
I'd
But-
rather not know any
It's
of
all
these
the other
people's
things that are going
names.
great.
So now the only lib man we know is right here with a cape. He's got an L on his chest, and we just need a theme song for lib man.
I'm sure someone will send it along.
Yeah. All right. Joining us now, everybody, from Cowboys training camp, maybe to talk about the Cowboys, or maybe it'll be movies. It is Jon Machota from The Athletic, from the One Star Cowboys podcast, of which we are a fan. Hello, Jon Machota.
Hello, boys.
How are things?
They're pretty great. I can't complain. I like being out here a lot. So
Do some people not? In your
Uh,
cadre?
yeah. The longer we're out here, you start hearing some complaints. Want to get back home, stuff like that. But I just check the weather every day in Dallas, and I'm suddenly fine again. So
I'd like to stay out here long enough to start to feel that. Like, let's test ourselves.
In all my years, I've never hit that point.
No, that's what I'm saying. The first day I'm out here, it's kind of like, oh, man, there's so much traffic, and it's taking forever to get here. I was telling Jake this morning. And then by the second day, like, I turn into the chill California guy. Like, so it takes a little longer. Look at the weather.
yeah,
Look at the beautiful scenery. It's whatever. It's all fine.
I had some friends in town recently, and they were staying in the Manhattan Beach area, and I met them at an Angels game after one of these practices, and it was probably 2.5 hours to get there, and then with no traffic on the way back, it took me like an hour and a half to get here. So it was fine because I don't do a lot of that when I'm out here. But if that was the drive all the time, we were doing like an hour drive every day, I could see being tired of this after a couple of weeks because it is a beating. But we don't have that. I mean, we're right around the corner. Most of us stay in Ventura. So
Where are you staying?
in Ventura,
Okay.
the Marriott. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Are
you're very
you
close to us, yeah.
you're heading out today?
I'm not
Or tomorrow?
going now.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll pull back the curtain here. There's just really not the investment's not worth it for a preseason game.
Okay, so that's
Everything's the
interesting.
same price,
I was standing there yesterday when you guys were talking to Jerry, and I might have misheard this. I was really focused on him doing charades for a Dustin Hoffman movie. We can get to that.
Yeah.
But somebody said something like, how excited are you to see your first-round picks play? And I didn't think Downs would play at all. Is he going to play?
I don't think he will, but I guess there's a possibility. I mean, Brian Schottenheimer's kept that pretty close to the vest. Because like even yesterday when he was walking off the podium, he wouldn't tell us definitively if Christian Parker is calling the game from up in the box or on the sideline. I would imagine he's going to be a sideline guy, but he's not wanted to really reveal anything other than that most of the starters won't play, so your veterans like that. So I don't think Caleb Downs will play, but I guess that there is a possibility because maybe they'll be like, hey, let's get the rookies out there for a series, at least the top rookies. But yeah, there's just not enough meat on the bone to want to really do the flight, travel, all that for the same cost of a regular season game, and the product is, just to be honest, not even close to as good as what we see in that Rams practice and that Saints practice.
It's below the Burr line. Steve Berline's not calling the play, so it's below that. But you brought up calling plays there, and I think this is the first camp that I've ever heard them make a big deal out of, like, this period was Clayton Adams versus Christian Parker. And I say that because I don't know that I've ever heard a guy who's not going to call plays in the regular season. Like, if you flip the roles, I don't remember Schotty doing that for Mike McCarthy. Like,
he didn't. There were McCarthy allowed on the third preseason game. He had, I think Brian did 1 year.
Did he do it with whoever it was before?
Yeah,
as well?
yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is something where
it's
not completely unheard of, but I really feel like Brian wants to do a solid to Clayton too, where it's like that's the next step in your career. So let's let you get some of that in out here, you know.
Yeah.
But not to the point where I could ever see Brian giving up play calling and being, you know, kind of how when Jason Garrett went from being a play caller to the walk-around head coach. I think he wants to do a little bit more of that. Like watching that Rams practice, you could tell he wanted to watch the defense more, whereas like Sean McVay stayed with the Rams offense.
Interesting.
So I think he wants to be a little bit more involved, and maybe that stems from, I don't believe anybody in the organization thought it could be as disastrous as it was last year, especially with a veteran coach as your DC. So I think there's a little bit of that factors in too. Like, hey, let me make sure I'm hanging out in some of these defensive meeting rooms a little bit, because I think what happened last year is when he started going in those defensive meeting rooms, I think the snowball was already out of control. There was no way of, you know, containing it at that point.
I can see him giving up play calling eventually. And one might be if Clayton Adams was getting OC job offers elsewhere, and they didn't want to lose him. And then the other might be just because his demeanor feels like head coach. Like from the get-go, he does want to be head coach. Like, whereas Jason Garrett was a head coach. You know what I mean? Like, that's how Marty was. Marty was a defensive guy who then had a big hand in the offense and then just was the oversee head coach. And it just feels like that's at least what he, in his mind,
like
wants to be.
More executive than guru.
And I don't feel like we've really had that here since Bill Parcells, to have one guy who was actually head coach. Would you agree, disagree with any of that?
I mean, there were times where I thought that's what Jason Garrett was doing, you know, and there is some similarities between Jason and Brian Schottenheimer, and there's some similarities too with what you say. I can see that because there's a little bit of that Dan Campbell, you know, one of the guys running around out there. So I could see maybe potentially that happens, but I think that he'd have to have a lot more success with the offense before he would give that up.
Yeah.
Before he would be like,
it
all
was
right.
his first year last year, right? Doing it.
And then plus with the toys that he has to play with this year, I don't think he'd want to be giving that up. And if they're able to keep George Pickens, I don't think he's going to want to give that up. There's just that would be tough to pass that on to somebody else, because the pieces are there for you to potentially have the best offense in the league. I don't know why you would be handing that off. But like you said, to keep Clayton as OC, maybe that is something that could potentially happen. I just don't see that in the next year or so.
I just think it's weird how he is. It is weird. You say Jason Garrett maybe became that. Mm-hmm. He was coach for 10 years. Like, this is Schotty's second year, and he's already kind of asserting himself more as head coach than Jason Garrett, I thought, ever did.
Yeah, but I also think Brian's been in this for a while. You know, I mean, he certainly got to a point in his career where it looked like he was going to be one of those next young offensive hotshot gurus to be a head coach.
He'll tell you that. Just ask him.
Yeah, and then it passed him, and it's pretty clear that he didn't think he would get this opportunity again to be an NFL head coach. And so I do think he has a little bit more coaching probably experience than Jason did, because Jason had a chunk of his career when he was playing. So I think that part might be a little bit different there, and maybe that's why he steps in and is the way that he is. But, yeah, he doesn't seem like a first-time head coach, like, I'm just testing some stuff out here. I don't really know what I'm doing. It seems like he's got a pretty good grasp on his plan and what he wants to do. And,
maybe because it took so long, he's like, I got to start doing it now. Like, I'm probably not going to get another shot, if this fails. Like, so I better do it the way I want to. And it's amazing that he's been able to do it the way he wants to. And I think it's great, actually. I think the Christian Parker hiring and Clayton Adams have proved to be very good. It's certainly not the way Jerry and the Cowboys have done things. And it's pretty incredible that he's been able to do that, I think, in his first 2 years.
Yeah.
And probably only, it's because it failed so poorly.
Exactly. If it's just kind of bad and they're like, let's try and go another direction, I think you would have seen another former head coach, DC type that fit right in with the rest of what they had.
Guy who used to work here, knows how to get in the building.
Could be that. But I think because it was on a level that Jerry never even fathomed could happen, I think he was like, all right, this is on you. We'll leave it up to you. You bring in the guys you want to bring in. You want to do 8-9 interviews, do it. Get the guy that you want. And it's easy to see with Christian Parker how he would win you over in that type of a setting. So that's
I think the Micah thing, it's almost like you're wounded too. Like, you're open to anything at that point. The defense had fallen apart, but also Jerry's like holding the knife, right? So he's open to any ideas at that point. It was timing, I think.
And Schotty, I think he does. I think he's smart enough to know, like, if they have great success, and he's called the head coach, like, I think he really wants Christian Parker to do great and get a head coaching job somewhere else, or like, because people will credit, it's Christian Parker though, but it's Clayton Adams. Yeah, but Schotty is like at least confident enough in himself that
I think that's a huge thing, man.
Yeah, you could let other people do it, and yes, media might give them credit, but he kind of knows. Like, I'm here. I'm the head coach. It's going to all flow up to me no matter what. Whereas I don't know that other guy, like, didn't Jason Garrett say no to a couple of potential defensive coordinators? Or I'm thinking of some guy that went to Green Bay. Just that there was, worry. Do you know what I'm talking about? The name? Yes. Okay. Just
the two coordinators that he's hired. Listen, it's the Cowboys. If they have a good to great year, both of these guys will be interviewing for head coach jobs next year. 100%. They won't get them, most likely, but they will both be interviewing for head coaching positions.
When you're the Dallas Cowboys, if you're operating correctly, I feel like your OC and DC should be taken from you once every few years at the very least, because
and he knows that.
Yeah, right. Just like the Sean Payton thing, he didn't even get to be the technical OC, but he was the up-and-comer. He's with the Dallas Cowboys. That obviously helps the brand, your personal brand. So it's in their best interest that Christian Parker is so good that other teams are like, we want him as a head coach. And then if you're Brian Schottenheimer, you're like, hey, look at this process that I went about to find him. I'll do that same thing again. Yep. But at the same time, with how everything turns over so quickly in NFL, he's probably will have 2 or 3 head coaches that just got fired that are defensive guys that will be in the mix as well, too. There's no shortage. Like, these staffs don't stay together forever. Anybody that's, like, it's an outlier when you are able to keep Steve Spagnuolo. It is an outlier when you're able to keep Vic Fangio year after year. Like, that's not common in the way the NFL coaching circles are now.
And I'm not sure that I would have ever thought about this, because I never really thought about who the Schottenheimers knew, but I trust his Rolodex. So if he's got a call, I loved a lot of the names they were talking to that they didn't hire. I now trust him to have another. He might not be Christian Parker, he might not be Clayton Adams, but they're not. I don't think Brian Schottenheimer is going to call another guy his age or older. It seems that his Rolodex is younger dudes that the Joneses might not really even have any connection to. We're way ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, they did something way different, and if it works, those guys won't be here for too long.
I mean, some of his stuff is sucking me in. Now, I think he's goofy. I think he's what do you call him? Like therapy speak.
There's a lot of things.
The laugh, love.
But right now, I
Ted
think he's Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a human monogram pillow, like he's just a saying that you're
That's
that
it.
feels good. I don't know if there's anything to it, but it feels pretty good.
Yeah, live, laugh, love.
But if you hire the right people,
faith, family, football,
then that becomes pretty much your only job is vibes and keeping everyone rowing in the same direction. And
I hire the right people and bring in enough talent, and things will take care of itself. I don't know that there was the greatest everything behind the scenes in Philadelphia, and they were able to overcome some things and win a Super Bowl. So I don't know that you absolutely have to have everybody loving each other and all that. You're going to deal with a lot of egos, a lot of different personalities, and so maybe his style helps with that. I mean, it would be tough to give you the percentages on who deserves the most credit for George Pickens not being Pittsburgh Steelers George Pickens last year. And I'm not saying that Brian Schottenheimer would be at the very top, but he's in that mix of probably how he went about it seems from the outside looking in much different than Mike Tomlin. And so maybe that helped. I think Dak Prescott's probably maybe a little bit bigger a role there. Obviously the relationship George has with CD, but Brian has to be a factor in there as well.
Yeah, I wonder how much Dak, because Dak did go through being franchised and then came out on the other side looking perfect.
But he's way better at football than any of the other quarterbacks George has had either. So that allows
he's
you
more likely to
listen to what he's saying and just overall be happy with your job, because you can run the greatest routes and you can dominate every defensive back you go against. But if the guy can't get you the ball, it doesn't really matter. So he has a guy that has been able to get him the ball better than anybody else in his life. So that probably helps out quite a bit as well.
Yeah. And, yeah, I'm surprised that it went as smoothly as it, like that George Pickens is just here.
I can't believe it.
And it's not a hold in or something.
I can't believe it.
And even all the back and forth, now that the time has passed, all the back and forth with the Micah stuff that went on out here. Or is he going to be out there? Is he going to be working with the defense? Is he going to be over there throwing footballs with Dak?
How much of a jersey
is he going to have the jersey on? Is he going to be laying on a training table? And there wasn't really any moment you can look back on that you point at Brian, and keep in mind, also part of that job is being at minicamp. And you're running practice, and in the middle of the two fields, it's just Jerry and Micah Parsons having a conversation for 45 minutes during your minicamp practice. You have to be able to handle that.
They were just standing there?
Yeah, that's the last time that they talked, really, is that minicamp practice that, they went out and Jerry was talking to Micah in the middle of the two fields at the Star, and, it went on for the majority of the practice, and that was the last, real time, because they didn't really talk out here at all.
I forgot how crazy last year was.
Yeah.
Until the other day, I came across it was Michael Irvin interviewing Jerry about, right after it all went down, and then Jerry giving his side of the story, and Michael, because Michael remembers going in there and hat in hand to Jerry, and it all worked out. That's wild. Yeah, you got to give Schotty credit for, just plowing forward, and a player died last year.
They had quite the year.
Yeah, they did.
So on one hand, you're like, wow, you had a healthy quarterback all year long. You had these two great receivers, a running back who kind of hit, and you went seven wins.
Yeah, it's disappointment, but I think it's disappointment in a way that you could build some optimism to the next year. It feels like the arrow's at least pointing up.
In a sense, too, that the defense can't be worse.
That helps. Historic bad. So the Quentin, Jerry still thinks his name's Quentin.
Yeah.
The Quentin deal gets done the other day. I was just standing there as you were talking to him yesterday.
You just talked Michael and Quentin, and you might not even know what's going on, but yeah.
So they get that deal done, and I'm actually Cowboy fan. Dan's probably more just devil's advocate. I think that's a great deal because I know his sack numbers the last year or two are down. I just know that when he showed up here, it felt night and day. You could still see he's a jump off the page physical presence. Those guys age about as well as anyone in the NFL. So, from your perspective, do you think it's an overpay? Do you think this is something they're regretting? Are you surprised they did it when they did it?
Well, they can't be regretting it yet. It's been 2 days.
No, do you think it's a sort of thing where I think in a couple years, 5 or 6 more guys get signed every 18 months, and then he's the 12th highest paid defensive tackle. You're happy with his leadership. I don't see a huge drop off just right around the corner.
Yeah, no, I loved everything about it. Even though I think you can make the argument they might have overpaid on what they gave up for him. That was a big thing that day of the trade. I remember a lot of national writers being critical of that, which made me laugh because of the fact of that means that you're siding with that you think the New York Jets are in their bag and they know what they're doing. That's a tough spot to be in when you're backed up against that wall. So I liked the trade at the time and what they paid him when you factor that out over 5 years. I think that is a very good deal for a position that is extremely important, way more important than I think people give it credit for. And also, he's elite at a position that it's not like they are wide receivers where you're like, we'll invest another first-round pick next year. You can just take the Dallas Cowboys. You don't have to follow any other team. And you can just see when they invested that first-round pick in Mozzie Smith, how that was not – you didn't even get just, hey, well, he's not going to be a Pro Bowler, but we're going to have a solid start. No, you didn't even get a guy that you could put in your rotation. So to get an elite defensive tackle that at the very worst, I don't know anybody would rate him outside the top 5 defensive tackles in the game, and you could argue that he is the best. I thought the deal was great. I don't think they overpaid there, and even if they did a little bit, this is a team that people are usually critical of in free agency, that they don't spend enough, that they are too cheap, that they don't, why didn't you spend a little bit more money on to get Devin Lloyd or Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean? So when they do go out and maybe overpay a little bit, I'm probably going to be one of the last people that criticize it.
We have a problem with something out here, Camp. We're going to bring this to your attention. Do you have that picture, Clayton? I was going to show it on the YouTube show. It'll show the picture, but this is the tackling dummy that they have out at camp.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen this, of course.
Yep.
And to describe it to the audio audience, which is the majority, it's like a mannequin nowadays. It's not just a big piece of foam.
It has facial features.
Yeah. And
but it's pretty similar, though, to whatever – I don't even remember what was – popular at the time, but there was some type of a workout thing that brought those on, and so those things were like
some kind of a jiu-jitsu.
It was,
or like
that's
like
exactly
a self-defense thing.
And honestly, it's the same facial features and everything, so I'm pretty sure they just took the mold from that and just started being like, hey,
it's like
let's
a big
branch
rubber
out to NFL tackling dummies now.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a Tybo dummy.
Yeah. I was going to say Tybo, but I didn't want to sound like a complete idiot, but I think that's where it started from.
Well, my first problem...
Because you can adjust the height on it, too, so that you can kick it in the face and stuff like that for the Tybo crowd out there,
My first problem is it's wearing a Cowboys jersey.
Yeah, yesterday we were theorizing why not a Commanders? Why not an Eagles?
It should absolutely
Why not an ISIS uniform?
Who doesn't love going viral in this world? Then they would go viral.
Yeah.
Look at how they got the Eagles jerseys on them today.
Yep.
And then yes, the other one is Jake said the same thing earlier.
The facial mold is like Leave It to Beaver's dad. Like it's a guy from the 50s with like the most the most squared away union haircut you've ever seen.
Yes.
Like that kind of white guy hasn't existed in 60 years.
Who's our old guy that watched Ellen?
Chuck Bednarik from the Eagles. Yeah. Set your watch to that dummy.
To that crew cut. Yeah. It seems antiquated, yet I think we could help fix this.
Anything seem different at all this year? Remember last year we were all the noise. It was like loud. It was Schotty, right? Last year was loud. It was louder than we'd heard before.
Oh, the music pumping?
Mike McCarthy wasn't big into blaring a ton of music. He did a little bit, but the practices were certainly quieter. So, there's that. There's the running after practice that's become a storyline that's really just
If I know Jon Machota, I know he loves that story.
So, all right, I need to share an opinion on that. So there's levels to this. Do I love it in the fact that I'm like, this is so cool, man. These guys are the best. Or I'm like, this will do numbers on social media. It's more of the latter.
What are we talking about?
I've been covering this team I'm going into year 16. If you guys think I buy into anything that goes on here, I haven't been there for any of the Super Bowl runs. I grew up as a kid watching Super Bowl runs. I haven't been there for any of that. Haven't even been there for an NFC Championship game, with which I never thought I'd see the day that the Lions got to one of those. And then the following year, the Washington Commanders got to one of those. So please, for the record, don't think that I buy into anything. Honestly, I don't buy into anything anymore. until mid to late January. I mean, stay healthy. Can you win a couple games in January? That's what this team will be judged on.
So
You're talking about the running after the scrimmage, right?
Yes.
It happened yesterday, too.
Yes.
It did? After practice broke up, they ran on their own?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, and that is the storyline. It used to be Communication. You ever heard that? Have we
I
played
have.
that for you? Okay.
I have.
The Gruden interviewing Kellen Moore.
Because I'm from, I've heard Jason Garrett, right kind of guys. Mike McCarthy's had a little bit of that, obviously with Brian Schottenheimer. And there's no, real deep playoff run. So I kind of lean more towards get 30 of the most talented, crazy dudes and just throw them out there if they're good at football, and let's just see what happens.
Yeah, but they always say we're getting the right kind of guys, and then they go get Greg Hardy. So it's just things they say.
That it is, but it is a narrative that they push out there a lot. That if you aren't following it closely, you probably get a little nauseated by it, I think.
Yeah, but it was communication, so we're basically just blaming. That's Eberflus, right? This guy didn't talk to anybody. The players didn't talk to each other.
Yeah, teaching was a big part too. I don't know. That was another one that they were really looking for a teacher in their next DC. Someone that, in other words, probably more relatable to today's player. Today's player is not sitting in a meeting room watching film cut-ups. Most of them wouldn't be for just hours on end. You got to get in there, have a quick message. You better hit it and get out. Because you're going to lose the guys the longer that you're in there. And, obviously, these younger players, they don't know anything but the social media world we're in. So it kind of makes sense why you would be conditioned like that. You're not really trying to watch long film break. Give me the 15 film breakdowns in a 3-minute clip so I can knock those out. So that's all part of it, too, is how does your teaching style fit in with the current player?
We were talking about the current player the other day. Just the thought, when they say something like, players these days, they want to know the why. They want you to walk them through the steps on why they're doing this. It's said almost with this disdain that the players, the society sucks and humans younger than me suck. Clearly, we all know that. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I will teach them the why. When instead of, what if we said, you know what? What if the way we were doing it 30 years ago by just screaming at you and saying, don't ask, just do it? What if that wasn't the best way of teaching? In fact, maybe that's why everybody's telling the why now, because somebody learned, you know what? That was a mistake that those people were doing. But instead, somehow they transpose that onto it's the people. It's the players that we're teaching. Because they suck, we'll go ahead and tell them why, and it's going to
But you don't think that's because of the times we live in now? Where there are so many conspiracy theories that can get going because of social media, where I just feel like the older, back-in-the-day player, without even having the internet, much less everything on your phone, you don't need to explain as much why, because they don't know as much of what's going on. They're not as connected with everything else that's going on out there that way you are today. A kid today is going to know everything about, and probably it hurts you too, because you probably know too much about things that you don't need to know, as opposed to just focusing in on the one thing, And I'm sure the NIL side bringing it up, that adds, this year, this is the most I've ever heard players that were drafted mention no state tax in Texas. That's because these guys are coming from the NIL era.
They know.
There weren't guys before that were going to be privy to that, and that's just because you just wouldn't know about that,
Yeah,
I guess maybe that's part of it, but a lot of it, to me, maybe it's anecdotal too, is that I never liked getting screamed at and said, just do it.
Yeah.
But if you did take one more minute, it's not going to kill you to kind of, and then, that makes perfect sense. Let's do it.
So I think everybody's wired differently, though, because I'm from the belief of Bill Belichick, Vic Fangio. I don't know that they're sitting there doing Ted Lasso stuff. But if you can tell me, just worry about this, this, and this, and on Sundays, I ball out and I'm making more money and we're getting rings, you don't care if he's cool with my kids and he takes pictures. You're like, he gives me the recipe to dominate and be successful. I'm going to listen to that guy.
It's military, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
The different degrees and there is physical violence involved. So sometimes thinking they have to cut that part out. But I also think if you understand why you're doing something, you'll probably do it harder. I wanted to play a very brief part of one of your colleagues, Kay Adams, was out here yesterday and got a sit down with everyone. We got slim pickings over here, and I looked this morning. Kay Adams has Schotty, she's got Jerry, she's got Dak, she's got
keep
CD.
going to gameday.dumbzone.com, and
I'm
you
trying.
might be hot enough someday to
I know.
be able to draw.
So of course she's going to ask all of them about the running, and I thought this was good.
You know, great example. We scrimmaged the Rams the other day, and we're working, and I didn't have conditioning planned. And they said, hey, we're running. So they asked me, and I said, hey, back to the player-led team. Like, they wanted to do it, and so they did it. And it's just these guys are willing to put the work in to get to where we got to go, and that's a huge, huge part of it.
Who's the they? Who decided? Who was the one that said we're going to run?
I think it started with Overshone, and then to Dak, and then it was happening. And
It's
they were
because of
lining
you,
up.
though, right?
Well,
You're not going to take the compliment.
no, I'm not going
but-
to take the compliment. That's them, and again, that's them understanding that.
Okay, so he handled that well, but I think that's because of you, Coach. That's because of you.
I will say, though, I listened to that, too. He's the one who initiated. She didn't say, hey,
Right.
what about the running
He
after
brought
the
it
game?
up. He
She
brought
never
it up,
said that.
and then when she's like, "That's
he brought it up.
Come on.
He brought it up that they did that, and then it's not me, though.
I'll tell you guys, the best part of that, though, being there when this is going on, is just the Rams players, because they have to walk by that back end zone to get to where their locker room is. And just the S that they were talking to the Cowboys, like basically just making fun of them, like, oh, didn't get enough work in. Hey, keep running, guys. And then so that just, lighter fluid to George Pickens. He almost wanted to not even keep running because he was just talking so much back to them
Hell yeah.
about how they're going to see him later on in the year and stuff. So as cheesy and corny as it might be, the running part, for us standing on that back line, it was pretty entertaining to watch, like, real highly paid athletes, talk S back and forth because they're basically making fun of you.
I think it's fun to be reminded that they care.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're a jaded guy by nature,
Yeah.
but I do think sometimes being reminded there's no amount of money that you could pay them to make them to where they don't just want to beat the other guy. And you don't really see that as much, like, during the season, but out here you do.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
Well, and the other thing is about those practices is that the way the NFL's changed, those have become so important because that's when your starters are going to play. That's why they're adding 2 this year. And you can just sense that both sides are just like, yeah, let's finally hit, because you don't want to hit your guy in practice. You can't touch the quarterback. If you accidentally touch the quarterback, your coach is pulling you out of a drill, whereas like you do it there, yeah, you're going to get chewed out or whatever, but it's closer to an actual real game that it's not just training camp. You're not experiencing that in mini camp, OTAs, none of it. It really goes from whenever your last game goes. You're not doing pads or hitting or anything until training camp. And even during training camp, you're not even tackling to the ground. So it's really between the end of the regular season last game and week 1.
And I think I saw you right. They did maybe more 11 on 11 than usual. Like, it was just
It
right
was,
to.
It was incredible.
That's
it was
awesome.
so awesome. Now, I will say, I also think a factor in that is that they don't allow video. The Rams don't during team drills. So it was like, we're going to have guys warm up a little bit. We'll do that. We're getting right into team drills. No one's going to be able to video this other than obviously our own teams and stuff like that. But it was like 3 different periods of just like, we're going to go at it, ones against the ones, not any of this getting up to the line, audibling, anything. It was just like, we're getting into our plays, we're running the basic stuff, we're getting this time in.
That's fun.
Because these starters are not playing for either team in the regular season, and especially with that practice, because you are watching what you think, hey, these could be 2 of the best offenses in the NFL.
That's fun.
They don't allow video.
Next Tuesday, Saints?
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Oh, nice. We'll be here.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I know it's funny rules, the not allowing video here or there. Have you seen Dion's, the new Colorado stuff?
I just saw that last night, yeah.
Not allowed at all, or what?
It's really, really, yes, restrictive. They're having I guess they're selling tickets, too, to having an open practice. But they're not allowing any video or anything to report it from what was at practice. So if somebody gets injured, you cannot even report it. You have to drop your phone in a bag when you get there. You can't say that this guy played more than this guy. You can't say anything. Why would you go?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I can't imagine. I've never covered any college, so I know there are different rules like that. but like covering the NFL, I know there are teams. There's tons of teams like that have signs up. They don't want their fans taking video when they're there, so the media can't either. I'm sure the Cowboys coaching staff would love for that to happen here, where there's signs up saying, hey, guys, you can't post any video or whatever, and our media can't do it. Jerry is just fine with all of it, so that's why it continues to go. But, yeah, no, I know the players and coaches don't love it. I mean, before that Rams practice, Joe Milton sought me out in a very kind way and basically told me I'm posting too much video, that I'm putting too much out there. But I'm doing my job, so.
How do they select Joe Milton to go talk to Jon Machota?
I think he just saw it probably on social media himself,
Interesting.
I'll always remember, I'm telling you, I don't remember the exact year, but the receiving room was Dez, Cole Beasley, and Terrence Williams. And, man, that 15 minutes after the game was over, the cool-down period, they knew exactly everything that was tweeted and put out there about them. That was when I first realized, I'm like, oh, yeah, this social media thing is completely out of the bag. And now you see it, obviously, halftime and stuff like that guys are checking it. So they're very aware. I mean, you're going to search your name and stuff like that. So, yeah, I know that they don't love it. But the part for me why I'm all into it and I post a ton is because other teams will allow you to at least post something video-wise during the season. It could be Dak in front of his locker. It could be some of the first 10 minutes of practice. Once we get back to the start, we can't post video of anything. It doesn't matter if it's outside the locker room, anything. It's just still pictures. So, from the social media side, when you're trying to work on your TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
This is it.
Which your bosses care about, right?
Yeah, but
Maybe.
I care about it too, though.
Yeah, because your bosses care about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it, but I care about it a lot too.
Pride.
Are you TikTok guy?
Yeah, I
Yes,
just
now.
got on it, yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, this is a team that once put out their own draft board video, right? And Jerry, laughed that off.
They
Like
put
the big
out
board in the draft
multiple
room?
times.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Yeah, Jerry doesn't mind any of this stuff getting out. But when you have Christian Parker saying things like they used some of the stuff that we post out here when he was with the Broncos and he was with the Eagles, obviously I can see how players would hear that and coaches would hear that and go, yeah, why don't we limit some of that?
Now, I've heard Schotty in the exact same press conference, though. Like in the beginning, this was a few days ago. I'm sure you were sitting there. He's like, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We've all got the film. We all see it. We all see the same thing, and it doesn't even matter at all. And then later in the same press conference, he's like, actually, we don't want you guys to see that, or I'm not going to tell you what we were doing at press. Like, okay, which one is it?
Yeah.
Do we all see all the film, or is it that we have to keep things secret? Like he said, oh, yeah, in the Rams game, we're not going to show them a lot. We don't want to show them anything. Like I just thought we just said we all had the film.
Well, that's because he's in the middle, and on one side is your coaching staff, and they don't want any of it. But on the other side is the guy that runs the
Jerry
whole thing
Jones.
and will tell everybody they can leave whenever he wants. And so you have to kind of be the middle guy where you're not like too Jerry Jones, but you also got to be like sticking up for your coaches. So he is in a tough spot, and that will always be the Dallas Cowboys head coach. Well, as long as Jerry's around.
Yeah.
It's an interesting dynamic with PR, too, because sometimes I feel like even they are, like Jerry would just stand there forever, but the PR guy feels like it's his job to...
That, which is fun for me, because you can tell like the people that aren't around a lot will start being like, oh, we got to wrap this up. And I'm like, what?
I saw it yesterday.
When we're done asking questions, we'll wrap it up. Like they're Quinn and Williams going to the podium. Cool.
Dude, that was really funny.
Why don't we roll off the names of how many people could be at that podium that I would leave Jerry for? I mean, it would have,
I think this is it right
Denzel Washington, maybe.
Oh, you recorded that?
here. Let me see. I went and got the
Leonardo
item.
DiCaprio.
But I'll make you see what we see.
Quinton's up at the stage right now. If you want him.
Okay, Quentin's up at the stage.
Quinton's
if
up
you
on
want,
the
yeah,
stage right
okay.
now if you want him.
Any players have surprised you at training camp?
Yeah, I like, and of
Yeah,
course
I'd be
we're talking
like,
about.
I'm like, no, I'm
It's
asking
like, all right.
Yeah.
Did anyone leave?
About
A few
couple.
people. Yeah, a few people did. Yeah. The other thing, though, I want to add in there, though, that's because also for me, because we don't, I know people aren't going to believe this, but we really don't get Jerry as much as we used to. Valley Ranch was great, just walking around in a smaller building, not all the key cards you have at the new place. But then Jerry just doesn't come out to the practices as much. Like I talked about him coming out and talking to Michael last year at minicamp. He didn't go to any OTAs or minicamp. We didn't even see him in any of the practices, much less him walk off and us grab him real quick. And so, and even out here, like there's a few times we'll get him, but there was times we came out here where you could pretty much set your schedule to, we'll get him at least once a week or multiple times and stuff like that. So we don't get him as much as people think anymore. Like, there's also that misconception that he talks after every single game. He talks after every home game, but it's becoming less and less on the road. So he is dialing it back a little bit.
No, it's a tweet that I look forward to every year. Someone national, Jared didn't talk after this loss on the road.
Yeah, this means something.
Yeah.
No, it's the Cowboys. You could look it up.
So on your podcast, you guys will often talk some movies at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
And I've noted some similarities in you and me.
Okay.
In that, like, you have some movie rules, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've had
They're
these.
for myself, though. They're not for anybody else. Like, if you love sci-fi, go watch it. I don't have time for it.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Co-sign.
No
Okay,
interest.
you're more with Jake. on
TC's
that
the
one.
one that had, like, he wouldn't watch something before they had computers.
Like,
I
I
thought
thought
you-
Game of Thrones was going to be kind of like Gladiator. And then Dragons started coming out, and then dead people started coming back alive, and I was never more out on anything. Like, what are we doing? I have no time for it.
I'm with you on, like, the White Walkers. Like,
Right,
yeah.
I was
can't
ready
do
to
this.
say, okay, dragons exist. All right, in this world, dragons exist. I'm sure of it, because that lady is the mother of dragons.
Yeah.
But then that's all I wanted.
And I've seen
Like-
a lizard,
If you're going to throw one in there,
you know?
And I can't do these movies either where it's just like something really cool happens, then they're just like, he was sleeping. That was a dream. And then this person dies, they're like, nope, that was a dream too. And it's just like, all right, where are we going here now? It's not even fun watching this anymore.
So you're not a big fan of, like, the Bible.
Jake didn't you used to say you won't watch anything set in the woods?
That was him, I'm pretty sure. Is it not you? I get that one attributed to
No
me, but I
Blair
don't
Witch
remember.
Project?
That was
I
like
don't
the Game
remember
of Thrones. I thought it was.
That
part of it.
I was super out on Game of Thrones because it was Dragon
Yeah.
and it was sci-fi. But I watched it and I tricked myself into thinking it was kind of about, like, politics. But
Yeah.
also, you got to have one show with your wife, or I used to when I cared about that sort of
About
thing.
your wife, yeah. Before you had two kids.
Yeah.
When you cared about
She
it.
watches all of it, all the shows. If you need a review, she's seen it.
Yeah,
She's
see, if I
seen
like
every
something,
show.
I'd rather
Our
watch
wives
it.
should do a show together about
Let them.
Like if I see
8
something
hours
I
of
like,
watching TV.
You're going through it.
yeah, I'll just watch it over and over again over something that I'll be like, what are we doing here? Like Oppenheimer. I love Oppenheimer. I've probably seen that 5 or 6 times.
Have you gone to see The Odyssey yet?
I have not. I've heard that will be a tough watch for me, but I'll try it out eventually.
It'll be a tough one. Oh,
Because
yeah,
of some
but
mythological
yeah,
beasts.
yeah.
You don't like mythological?
I'm just whatever.
I generally agree, but I'm not even making a joke now. When we saw it, I thought of it like this is like watching the Bible. Like, these are stories.
I'm
you know?
just
This
not
is-
into the people either with movies like that. They just want to throw it in your face that you got to watch this in 4 billion millimeter IMAX, blah, blah, blah. Like, I saw someone tweet, like, how somebody comes up to you and says that, and you're like, yeah, cool, I'll watch it in 3 or 4 months in the back of my Delta seat on my next flight. Like, I mean, what are we doing here?
But
Like,
Joda's gonna watch it on his phone.
yeah, exactly. No, I'll give you a good example. Like, I want to see that movie, but not as much as I want to see that I just saw like a preview for, and I could see this movie not even being great. But for me, I know I'll like it. It's like Jeff Daniels is Ronald Reagan,
Okay.
and then the guy from Chernobyl, that series, that he was awesome in Chernobyl. He plays Gorbachev. Like, that's something where, like, when it's, I'm sure there's gonna be, they take their own liberties with things, but like that type of stuff. Like, again, like Oppenheimer, I'm super into those.
First NFL coach fired odds.
I was just looking.
Who
at those
has the
other day.
most? Oh, you already know.
No, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what they were.
Who's the most secure coach in the NFL?
Well, yeah, it's probably Dan Campbell or Ben Johnson.
I'm telling you, Dan
The
Campbell
most
was
secure coach
Dan
in the
Campbell
NFL.
was way high on that list. The one I looked at, he was like top 10.
That's
The most
crazy.
secure
Yeah.
coach is Mike McDonald, along with Sean McVay. According to Vegas, they will not be fired, or they're the least likely
That's
to be
fair.
fired. But the most not secure coach, Aaron Glenn, year 2.
Easy.
Easy. Why?
That's what I was gonna guess. Well,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
they didn't have an interception all year, and he's a defensive backs coach, and they
Yep.
have no plan, and Geno's their quarterback, and their division's a nightmare.
There's not a ton of really obvious ones. I mean, I guess you could say because of the off-the-field stuff that potentially, if things got out of control in New England, that maybe it'd be Vrabel. But I just think that he's pretty tight with ownership, and they did go to the Super Bowl last year, so
He's
Now,
too
they're-
high up there. He's like 8th, but
yeah.
I wouldn't think variable, but
Being from
the
Detroit, Dan
receiving
Campbell
stuff.
was way too high. From when I'm like,
That's
do you
insane,
understand?
bro.
Like before he was there, like who are you getting instead of him?
Right, in only a couple of years,
Yeah.
it's no, this isn't enough for us.
Right, completely changed the culture to where everybody cares about the Lions. Yeah, okay.
Todd Bowles is second. That makes sense. They had
Yeah.
a pretty big second half collapse last year. No fault of their quarterback. Everybody knows that. Zach Taylor is third. Makes some sense, right?
Yeah.
Then Shane Steichen. That's just because the lady's in control?
That's a horribly misogynistic thing to say. Or
And-
maybe it's a compliment.
And 100% true?
I think
Yeah.
I think the problem with them is just expectations got so far out of whack
Yeah.
with their
Yeah.
7-0, 12-point margin winning streak, and then their quarterback.
Were they
doesn't-
7-0?
It was something crazy.
Okay.
I will say though that I also, thinking of that whole thing, how that went down, reminds me of this Rams practice. I love the idea of how you have an owner of the team with a headset on the sidelines, and how just crazy it would be around here if that happened. I'm at that Rams practice, and like maybe you guys don't hear a ton of this, and maybe I just am sensitive to this, but the people talking about the hotel by the Star and the Dr. Pepper building, go walk around this place the Rams practice at. I mean, it's got so many buildings around it, and so I'm talking to some Rams writers. They're telling me that, yeah, that building over there, that's the one where TMZ just somehow got up there, and they're the ones that got the first shot of Aaron Donald practicing or whatever. Like, I mean, it is just surrounded by, and this is a team that, I mean, you can argue is the best right now in the NFL. They're probably the favorites to win the Super Bowl. One of the best run organizations. No video during practice or whatever, so it's all, they're so buttoned up, whatever. Place is surrounded by buildings, and that's not their Oxnard. That's their facility. That's where they practice all the time. That's where they get ready for the playoffs in. But nobody talks about that.
Context.
Nobody talks about that. And don't put me in a position where I got to stick up for Jerry here. But, I mean, seriously, I'm looking around going like, nobody talks about this? Isn't a big deal?
Number 5 on first head coach fired odds, Brian Schottenheimer.
That just seems crazy to me.
Yeah. I think he's pretty. I mean, if this season went terrible, okay. But I don't see a scenario at all where he would get fired during the season, where we know the NFL, someone's getting fired during the season.
Oh, yeah.
That's just not
I
their
was just
bit,
wondering,
man.
is it because it's the Cowboys and they every year just put the Cowboys coach at number 5? Because it feels like that's always where McCarthy was, too.
Honestly, I looked the other day, and he was like 9th or 10th in Coach of the Year odds.
McCarthy?
No.
Oh. Brian
Schotty,
Schottenheimer?
which is silly, but it's the reverse thing of the Cowboys pull. Like, he's more in the middle, but they're putting him high on both these lists.
Yeah, Jerry winning Executive of the Year in 2014, where it's like, oh, the Cowboys had this great year that nobody was expecting. It's the same thing with Dak. Like, if Dak plays, if he's neck and neck with these other quarterbacks for MVP, Cowboys win 13 games, he's probably beating those guys. Like, I'll give you the perfect example is last year. If he's neck and neck with Drake May and Matthew Stafford because they won 13 games, Dak Prescott's winning MVP.
How did Matthew Stafford get a 99 rating?
Because he's awesome.
Was he that good? That he should be the
Absolutely.
only quarterback in the NFL with a 99?
Oh, not the only one, but he's certainly one of the top. I mean, if he's healthy, he's as good as anybody.
Okay. Well, I mean, the number one. That's it?
I don't know.
No one else in the NFL is better than Matthew Stafford. All right.
I don't know if anybody is better right now. I don't know that Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes are better right now. They might be just as good, but I don't know that they're better. But he is also touching that Romo territory where, the offensive line misses one block and he gets the wrong hit. I mean, he's getting up there and he's had back issues. So
you're a huge fan, right?
Oh, yeah.
Detroit and all that.
Well, that and then also just because I was always against the people that were blaming him up there. And it took him so long when he left to win a Super Bowl. He had to be the problem.
Well, that's...
No, it was actually pretty quick.
It's very Romo.
Yeah.
We just didn't get to see it.
I'll tell you. Speaking of the Romo thing, we'll get watching that the video. Yeah, the rest video. It really made me think when I was watching that thing. Now I don't know what he had to drink, whatever, how much of a show he was putting on with the stretching and all that. But when I was watching that and the way he was talking about his back, it literally made me think of how I was like, man, I think he really would have played somewhere else if it was like Dak got the job. So we're moving on. I think he would have done a Brady where he's like, oh, really, New England? You think you can do this without me? Now, he's obviously not going to go to a bad team, But if there was like a Denver or somebody that was like really good and he was a missing piece, I think Romo would have kept playing outside the Cowboys. I think the back is the one that was like man, I'd love to show them that they were wrong, but it's in such bad shape that I can't come close to doing that.
And I believe it because, and I'm not asking you to blow anybody's spot up, but everyone I ever knew who was around the team was like, this guy ain't really working out all that much.
Yeah,
it wasn't like he's the type of guy that if his back ended up jacked up, you're like, yeah, I could see that.
Kind of the Nico blaming Luka's conditioning on his
Like,
injuries.
say what you want about Dak and freak injuries, and they will happen, but it's very clear to me the level of care and precision that he operates with.
Okay, so Dak, I will say, is like a center fielder in baseball, where Romo was more like a pitcher. And I don't know if you guys have seen like those pictures going around lately of Paul Skeens, where I'm not saying Romo had like a gut like that or anything like that, but he would be more like your pitchers, like, and he's taking care of himself better. Like, because I don't know if you've seen those pictures recently of Clayton Kershaw since he retired. I mean, he's gotten pretty big.
Excellent.
But there's just like a lot of pitchers that they're like Scooble's like that, where you're just like, he knows he has to pitch every 5 days or whatever. He's not killing it all the time and all these other things, but he knows that his talent, just as long as I'm healthy and I'm out there, I don't need to do all this other stuff. I'll be fine, So and honestly, I don't know if he if he was the craziest workout guy, if the back wouldn't have happened. I mean, backs are pretty tricky thing. Some guys get them, some guys don't,
All right, man. So what's your deal today? You got to watch this walkthrough?
I'm going to watch this walkthrough, probably tweet out some
Is this
vids.
weird? I don't think I've ever seen a public walkthrough. Like, they're usually like in and out.
It is rare. They had one. I think they had one last year but it wasn't like an open to the public. It was for volunteers and people that worked at it all year. And then we grabbed some people coming off the field, and then they went to whatever preseason game that was.
Okay,
so yeah,
we may have a chance.
Yeah,
there'll be some post game stuff.
Yeah, there'll be a few players probably available. You can probably grab some people off the field and stuff.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
One Star Cowboys podcast.
Yeah, implore everybody to go watch, listen to their podcast. I guess it's on video too. I don't know. Who cares, right? As long as you go to John's TikTok.
That's right.
TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Okay, and the
Just
Athletic.
look at my name.
All right, thanks, man. That's the great Jon Machota. He was brought to us today, we'll say, by Parlay Collective. That is our marketing firm, and they could be your marketing firm too.
This is true. They've done a lot of work with us as far as like our sales decks, getting all of our communication streamlined. They've done some work for some of our other customers. Fair Lease, done some work with them. So,
want to hear what their bid is?
Their official,
how they write it?
Yeah, it probably uses words like optimize.
Yeah, but business people like to hear this stuff.
We'll read it.
And you're a business person.
Read it then.
Parlay is built for businesses, brands, founders, and creators who need strategy and support across the full marketing process. We help build the foundation, then manage execution across websites, blogs, newsletters, social media, monetization. I like that word, man. That's the green, bro. Paid advertising, partnerships, analytics, and more. Now, that word's a little vague, more.
Hey, look, they have us on their clients on their website.
Are we really?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of really cool-looking stuff.
Hot chicks, and then us. And Blake's mustache.
ParlayCollective.com. Thanks for sending us out here. All right,
our primary tagline is all in by design. So, what do you think of that?
I'm glad you got it in.
Yes, ParlayCollective.com.
What do we want to do? Do you want to step away and play an interview? Do you want to step away and play a break? Do you want to...
I don't know, man. I got
play
more
some
content.
audio?
I got... what do you got for audio?
Kay Adams and Jerry. I'll give you a little bit of Jerry if you want.
I enjoy that.
So yesterday, I don't know that we properly stopped down for this, but an older gentleman came ambling by, hunched over in a big white T-shirt and like sweatpants, and at first I thought it was the great Gil Branted, who in this telling would actually be late and great, because you would see Gil walking around here and he was like 100. but he still would, he was the guy you saw moving around fast and hunched over.
His what was the bit that his shorts would be up a little high, like a millimeter higher every year, is like the tree rings.
That's how you could tell.
And it was like
every harvest season.
Yeah, it was well above his belly button by the time he passed away.
So it turned out it wasn't Gil Brentet. It was Dustin Hoffman. And he was kind of scurrying by over to the VIP gate. And then they brought him in. And then I saw a
just
quote.
out of
nowhere.
I think this is Cowboy Camp exclusive. Probably Rams Camp, I suppose, since they're near Hollywood. But it just, like, where else are you going to just randomly see Dustin Hoffman?
It's really weird. And Dustin Hoffman, we were wondering, is he a fan?
Or Rob Lowe.
What's this?
Or
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Billie Jean King. Jason Garrett once had talked to the team.
That's right.
One of the funny. Hey.
Did we ever do what was their record after, like Tony La Russa came in one year, and then their record was 13-3.
I don't think we have.
We need to kind of track that.
Well, put Dustin Hoffman on the list. This from John, who was just with us. He was asked what he thinks about the Cowboys. Quote, "I don't know anything about football. I think they're great." The most
That's not a good
old man answer.
That's not a big endorsement.
Of all time. Let me see if this is the Jerry I want.
I gave a 2 because we had the picks.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back one. This one.
What's your favorite Dustin Hoffman movie, and what was it like to have him out here?
Now he starts pantomiming like climbing or trying to break into something.
What's your favorite Dustin Hoffman movie, and what was it like to have him out here?
At the wedding. His girl was getting married to somebody else.
Oh, he's at the glass
Yeah.
in The Graduate. All right, at the top of the. All right.
Yeah, but he's doing the shaking.
Yeah, okay.
At the wedding. And they're like, the Graduate. But he doesn't know. He's like, whatever
So
you
they're
say.
playing charades
Yes.
or whatever,
Yeah.
His girl was getting married to somebody else.
Words with Dan. Words with Jerry.
And I liked him in Marathon Man, too. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
So we're going early 70s movies, I believe, here.
He's a great guy. He's really a great guy. And why wouldn't he be? But
Well,
we sure
that's
enjoyed his interest in us out here today and enjoyed meeting him.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wait, he just met him?
He just says he's great, and it was nice meeting him. Yeah.
I'm teasing. He's a great guy. He's really a great guy. And why wouldn't he be? But we sure enjoyed his interest in us out here today and enjoyed meeting him.
Okay, yeah, it's even more confusing now.
It's very confusing.
Because he said he doesn't know anything about football, and he basically, but Jerry is indicating that he showed the interest. Like, that kind of means he called us and he wanted to come to camp. But I would have thought that was because Jerry was good friends with Dustin Hoffman. That doesn't seem out of control, right?
No, it seems normal. Totally normal. But you could see there wasn't really like a guy with him. He was just kind of.
Like, what do you think Dak's knowledge? Like, Dak probably knows Rain Man?
We were guessing Hook, possibly. And Meet the Fockers, we later remembered.
Would you
know.
drop did you think of, like, dropping some toothpicks near him and just seeing?
You can count them.
Did you see the overworked Twitter joke about Dak meeting him? Rain Man meets Rain Man.
Come on. I saw something else on Twitter today that I didn't know exists.
Let's see it.
It is do you know that the NBA is doing schedule releases now?
Yeah. Saw the
When did this start?
This year. I'm sure somebody did it last year, but that's how it goes, right?
Well, the NFL does it. We should do it too.
The Mavs did a spoof of the Key and Peele sketch where the teacher mispronounces names.
Yeah.
Very familiar.
But Funny was missing.
It's just didn't hit.
Oh.
It's like if they got Key, now we're talking, right?
Yeah.
That's what the Cowboys would have done.
Well,
they would have
yes
said,
and
let's
no.
go get Keegan-Michael Key. He'll do this bit. we'll pay him $1 million.
I don't want to blow your spot up. It would have been better if they'd paid one of them $1 million. But the Cowboys are also notoriously safe on stuff like this. So I don't want to give them credit for being like the Chargers or slipping in a little Rossini
No,
thing.
but they would have got a.
I know.
They would have probably got a big name celebrity.
But yeah, they've had Taylor Sheridan and.
But yes,
Post
they would
Malone.
not slide in a Rossini funny.
But the Mavs, the old Mavs, might have.
Mm-hmm.
The old Mavs of Cuban and Machine and that team of media people, but now, no chance. Just boring.
I mean, you want to make it
unfunny.
pop. If Key's doing that, that thing is going viral. That's big. And it's probably funny.
The writing is, but whatever. They're good for them.
All right.
Go Mavs.
There was one.
Now that the Rangers are done, they got me to football, as I was reminded last
Was it?
night.
Okay, here's one I saw, and this is where I get mad at Twitter sometimes. You know, when someone does like the worst thing on Twitter, and everybody's comment is like, "Oh, this is so great! It's so great that your kid cried and then got free tickets or whatever." The Atlanta Hawks enlisted Oklahoma native Samuel Henderson, who can imitate over 100 bird species.
Oh, I'm very familiar with this kid.
Have you heard him?
He's a hero in the Spectrum community.
Now, I have not heard him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He's been viral for a couple
Why
months
should I
now.
have?
Because he's just on
It's
the internet.
incredible.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So I should back off on saying the Hawks are dumb for doing it? Like, this is great?
No, but
It's
I
better
thi-
than Keegan-Michael Key?
No, like with anything, it was a good video at the beginning.
yeah. It's and I would say more redeemable than Damn Daniel, you know? Like, it's a kid who probably – it's one of those stories where you expect him to get made fun of. He's up doing a talent show, and instead the whole audience is like Shaq laughing because he just keeps switching from bird sound to bird sound.
Well, it's genuine. He's not trying to be funny or anything.
Nah.
He's just, that's like what he does is bird calls.
Yeah.
And he's great at it. And he did it for a talent show in front of his school. And it was not meant to be a viral thing. That's just a kid in the sticks.
Yep.
The Hawks enlisted Samuel to announce their schedule in a lighthearted video that charmed fans everywhere. Previously featured on CBS Evening News, Samuel brought real enthusiasm as the team opened against the Orlando Magic on the road and hosted the Houston Rockets at home. The creative drop, complete with memes and graphics, turned a standard release into a fan-favorite moment that even drew in newcomers to the Hawks. So that's
right.
Right, that's the whole point of the social media. We're like, yeah, if we get this thing, it goes viral. We'll get followed. We'll get new
bird
and
people.
That's what I'm to understand now, is that the Hawks will sell more jerseys. And
Sportico just came out with a new valuation.
and sit back, Lakers.
Yeah, they've got the bird kid. I don't know. They're all kind of silly. I wish that somebody would get some balls and do something funny, but
We
won't.
have to do our schedule release.
I'd love to.
What are we going to do? We have to do something, and you want a guy to come up with something that's controversial and it shouldn't be done? There he is right
No,
there.
I know. Every video we have to edit out Eben Al-Sad.
But this one is just for us. It's not for a client. We can actually
Osama cannot be in the Fairleys
do it in
video.
the post-apocalyptic world that TC envisions within 6 or 8 months, if I'm following his thought process correctly.
I think we have a fake gun now. If you have,
we own a fake gun because we've bought one for these videos.
yeah. So let your mind go crazy on schedule releases. Wanna go see what's going on out there.
Yeah, one more thing, and then we'll see what's going on out there. It was, I thought this was TV talk because I've seen a lot of things about this, and it's coming today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like a 30 for 30. Or there's like a Netflix documentary. And it's called The Diary of a Polarizing Figure. Do you know what that is?
I do.
Like what's a play on?
Do you know what The Diary of a Polarizing Figure is?
Nah, I guess not.
It's dropped today. It's an album. Do you know who it's by?
Is this the McAfee thing?
It is.
Pat McAfee has released an album.
Why?
Why are you a hater?
He does a talk show.
Why are
Why is
you a
he
hater?
releasing an album?
Do you hate
No,
Me and
I just
Cool Sports America.
I typically like people to stay in their lane and question why they leave it. Why is he doing an album? Does he not have enough money?
Hater.
Is he not everywhere already?
I guess if you're a hater, you're not allowed to say anything mean about him.
Why?
Because then you're just a hater. You hate his money?
Is that just a fallback for every time you question what he does?
It seems like that's all he ever. Yeah, I guess you guys hate good vibes. It's like I agree the guy does and generally kind of just have good vibes, but he does not like being criticized, boy. He came up in a different time. This is a problem. He does have more radio host in him than most athletes do, but at the end of the day, he never made $21,000 a year to work overnight and have people tell him to go kill his family and they were going to rape his. He don't know shit. He's an NFL player and now people are being mean to him and he's like, ooh. It's literally the first time people are being mean to him. This album, people are like, what are you doing? This is bad. And he's not
Is it
handling
bad? Have you heard any of it?
It's not good?
I haven't heard it.
I kind of thought it would be awesome.
It might be. Cole Beasley had bars.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope we never hear it.
Oh, I was just hoping you'd give a review.
You're the one who brought this up.
It's a sports story. It's in our world.
None of them knew.
I may not understand his world, but it's a part of mine.
We should play it for some players.
Okay.
That's what we do. Like, they all love him so much, we're like, don't check this out. And when they're like, this is dog shit. Like, this is Pat McAfee. Oh, yeah? Seems like it's all buddy-buddy.
So what are we doing? We're doing that and WNBA talk with players?
I like that.
I would love the Enos Cantor. Hypothetical.
All right, what are we doing for today's break? Are we going to play the thing or not play the thing? What do you guys want to do?
Let's play the thing.
All right, so we had an interview yesterday. Who'd we interview?
Josh Butler. He's got a crazy story. He's a big player on special teams.
I think we do need to preface, we tried to dance around a certain subject.
Yes.
Because we mentioned that at Michigan State on senior day, you typically are escorted by your parents out, and he took his 2 dogs out, which landed him a Petco deal. He did that because he lost both of his parents within 2 years at Michigan State.
Yeah.
And had we had Josh Butler for 30 minutes, we might have been able to get into it, but we're given a tight 10. And so there's some certain things that we just don't broach. But, yeah, he lost his parents in not mysterious, but his mom almost had like a Breaking Bad
Let's just leave it as like he lost both parents, and it comes up. The guy got hurt last year. After my memory was jogging, I remember we were so desperate last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago when he first started to pop on Thanksgiving, it was like, oh, my God. Like, there were plans for him to play despite being out of the league for 3 years.
Well,
so
yeah, he had a really good game, and then they had to play 4 days later on Thanksgiving. So it was like we had a great corner for 6 days, and then spent all last year rehabbing and played in the last game.
And now he's forced to talk to us.
All right. You want the stinger?
Yes.
Or no? Oh, okay.
The Dumb Zone.
All right. We're here after practice on Thursday with Josh Butler. Thanks for joining us, man. Everybody applaud for Josh Butler coming to the tent. How's it going? What's going on out here?
Going pretty good. Defense is looking good. Offense looking good. Really competitive. Really competitive. It's a lot of plays being made on both sides of the ball. So I'm just really excited for this first preseason game coming up this Saturday.
Yeah, it's weird. In camp, plays are being made. One of the sides is going to be bad then.
I mean,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If Dak throws a touchdown, that's great. But, oh, no, that means the defense sucks today.
Yeah, kind of. But we go back and forth a lot. So, like, he'll touchdown, we'll get an interception. So it's like a constant battle all the time.
Yeah. But that's what the media does. We ask you guys questions that there's really only when. What were the chances you were going to sit down here and go, you know what? I'm not sure how well things are going to camp today.
Zero.
Right.
Zero.
Things. We're not really putting in a lot of effort, and I'm not looking forward to this weekend's game either.
Probably too late for roster decisions, but this thing's screwed.
Yeah. I'm going to run in there and tell Steven who to trade for. Anyway.
So your path, I don't think we know a ton about it. So you graduate or you leave Michigan State in 2019?
Yeah. So I graduated with my master's degree from Michigan State in 2019. And that was around the time during COVID. So after that, we didn't have a pro day. Our pro day got canceled. And I was basically just researching, seeing what was next. And I networked in a bunch of different places, ended up landing in California. And I was in California for about 3 years or so, doing like acting and production, working as a production assistant and making music and stuff like that. And literally for those next 3 years, I remember in 2021, I got picked up to the spring league. At the time, it was 2 games. I only did 2 games in that. And then in 2022, I didn't have any opportunities after that. And then 2023, thank God, I got a call from the USFL, which is now called the UFL, from Steve Kazar with the Michigan Panthers. And he was like, hey, do you still play football? It's been almost 4 years now out of college. So I was like, yeah. So it was just more so about preparation. And I had all my highlights and stuff ready and prepared and my notes. And I sent all of my highlights over. And he was like, we want to sign you. When can you be here? I told him, give me about 3 days. I packed up my 2006 Ford F-150, my 2 dogs, and we drove from California all the way to Michigan. And all I needed was that opportunity. And I ended up making it there. And then that literally the next day we had a scrimmage. I played in that scrimmage after almost a 3-day drive. And I ended up making the team. And so, the rest was history. I ended up playing really, really well for that first year. Got picked up here for the Dallas Cowboys in 23.
What are you doing so a couple years before you get into, you said you were working on acting and other things, production. You're also then getting up and working out and
I stayed working
that dream?
out. Yeah, always. It was a constant thing. I did a lot of stuff with my dogs, with running with them, going to go hike. Even on set, I can call some of my directors and stuff. Even on set, I was lifting weights on set, sandbags on set, and they'll see me working out. It was just more so of a grind or a mindset of keeping it in my mind, like staying positive. I said I am a football player. I am going to do this. Just speaking positivity into my life and speaking fruition of what I want.
Incredible. This guy brings the kettlebells to camp. So I understand what it's like to be with a grinder who has a master's degree.
Yeah.
That's
Turned
him.
out slightly different. Although I don't know that either one of us are really using our degree that much, right?
No.
As long as you get to where you're getting, who cares how you got there?
Yeah.
But so during those couple of years, if you forgive me for asking, this IMDb page, is this yours? It's
which was
it says like Deadly Thoughts.
Yeah, all those are mine. Yeah,
okay.
So I got a couple of those on there. I did a couple short films, and then I have a Actors Access page as well, and you can see a whole bunch of stuff on what I've done as production assistant and stuff that I worked on and projects that I've worked on. I've been on All American as a background actor. Just little stuff like that. I've done commercials for like Fox. I've done a bunch of stuff, small movies and roles and stuff like that. So it was just a lot, just grinding in that field, getting my feet wet in that, and just taking every opportunity that I could.
Does everyone out here, I now figure you're pretty public about this. You got to advertise yourself if you want to work in media, but does everyone out here know about this? And if so, does anybody?
Yeah, well, a lot of my teammates know, and a lot of teammates come up to me all the time. Even some of the
I
new
want to know
rookies.
how to do it.
Yeah, sometimes they do. Sometimes they ask a bunch of different questions about like how I was acting or how you get into that and stuff like that. And I give them the secret to the sauce all the time. So I know football doesn't last forever, and I know if somebody wants to become like an actor or something afterwards, I got a little bit of knowledge for that. So it's easy to just tell them what to do.
Man, that's crazy to think about COVID though. We always see these guys now that are like on their 8th year because they got a couple COVID waivers and maybe an injury. But I don't know, me personally, I didn't really think about the guys who were done then.
Mm-hmm.
Like done in it's 2020.
Yeah.
You probably know a bunch of guys who could play.
Yeah.
Who could ball but just didn't. They got lost.
Didn't get the opportunity. Yeah.
In the cracks there. Then you were just networking on your own.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
That's
reaching out. And I really utilized a lot of knowledge from my academic advisors. So I would use them a lot. We at Michigan State provided academic advisors for us. I would ask questions. That's why I tell people all the time, do not be afraid to ask questions because you never know what it'll lead you to. That's how I ended up even making it to California. I asked them about people in production. I knew what I wanted to do, so I asked. He was like, yeah, I got a guy out there. You can start off as a production assistant with him. Took the opportunity. That's as easy as it is. I just reached out.
And is that what kind of money is there, or is it very, very low? I
mean, if it's low, that's fine. But as long as I have something, I don't want to end up doing nothing at all. And then just moving out there. There's no NIL in 2019 or nothing like that. But I was able to get into social media and earn a few brand deals from there. I got my first brand deal with Petco, and then I had that money to be able to move to California and just started working.
How does that work when you first get contacted by Petco?
Usually they reach out through email or like.
Did you have a lot of
DM
followers? Like, why
at
did
the
they?
time, probably this because at that time that was around the time where I also walked the field with my 2 dogs, Roxy and Ram. So like right after that, that's when they reached
that
out to
blew
me.
up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dogs like pet food.
Yeah.
Or at least we make them eat it. I don't know if they like it or not. So your master's degree is media information?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like media and information as part of the business of it. So like, I guess behind the scenes stuff or like production or being a producer and stuff like that too. So I was doing mostly of that in Michigan State.
Yours was similar, right?
Yeah.
Yours, because he had a thesis on like just how big media failed and
how internet might have been something to look into.
Yeah, this internet is it's probably not going away. So you're big on Instagram right now.
Yeah.
And are you doing all of the production and stuff, or do you got a guy
I do
now?
everything. Yeah, I still do everything by myself.
Okay, that takes some time.
It does, but like I've been doing it for a little while now. I know what it takes to make it a lot simpler for my life. So I run my account. I have my dog's account. And then
that's
and then I just had a son, so like he even has his own account. So I run all 3 accounts, and then it's just like that for Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. It's all the pages all at once. Facebook, all of that too. So I'm all over the place and just making it work.
Is it just about pumping out like you're trying some funny stuff? And
funny stuff, or
just hoping something catches fire.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. It's just more so about like finding something, and once you find something, you just kind of repetitively do it over and over again, and then that's what you're known for. Then you kind of get outside of that niche, and then people just love you for you.
How'd you get on or explain to us what is this Mr. Beast thing you were involved in?
Oh yeah, they reached out to me. So I made a video about reacting to a guy who made a smart decision on one of his things, and they said they saw my video. They reached out to me via email
on one of his challenges or whatever.
Yeah, so I reacted to one of them challenges, and I was like, this guy is smart. I would pretty much do the same thing if I had the opportunity. And at the time, thankfully he was looking up stuff on how to find like his quote unquote biggest haters or people who think his challenges are easy. And so even though I didn't make a video like that, I ended up getting selected. So it was very random. It was 15 other random guys. I ended up not knowing what I was getting myself into at all, but very cool guy. Production was very smooth. Everybody was really nice. And it was like a last to leave mansion video. And in my mind, we was filming this in around April. So the whole thing took about 4.5 months, but I was only there for 2 weeks. So my mindset was like, okay, I got realistically 2 weeks before OTAs start. So how many people can I get out in 2 weeks before I have to leave for OTAs? And I ended up eventually staying for like a week and a half or on day 5 or whatever in the video. And so I was like, all right, I couldn't get I got one person out, but that was about it.
So I don't even know what that means. So, because I watched your recap video and you were saying I was close to getting my prank shown, but it didn't get. So what does that mean?
Yeah, so I pulled about 3 pranks to try to get people to leave, but those didn't get shown. Like I said, it was about 4 months of footage.
So the challenge is trying to get someone to leave.
Yeah, so it's a last to leave challenge. So you stay in the house. The house is boarded off with a red line. You step over the line, you automatically out. And so.
Everything
every 7 days,
filmed, like every room.
Everything, it's like a reality TV show.
Filmed,
not
right?
the bathroom, no, but it's pretty much like a reality TV show. Like
20 years from now, we'll get to the bathroom. Everything just keeps moving.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
It's just one of those things where he put you in the house and you can't leave. There's no phones, no internet, no nothing.
Wow.
And so it's just you and 14 other guys, and y'all trying to figure out. How to do certain challenges. You can't pick anybody up and throw them out and stuff like that. So, certain rules. But it was a fun challenge. I enjoyed it. Made some few friends from that, too.
What was your best prank, then?
I had tried to trick people that I had, like, a production wire, and the production team was telling me, hey, we got to meet at the basketball court, and the last person there is eliminated or something like that. I tried to pull that one, and then another one, I got 2 other contestants to agree to like take all the weights and throw them out the window, and that's to eliminate like two. It was two people who love the gym. They just absolutely love the gym, and I was like, I use the gym, but I know how to do. I'm an athlete. I know how to do calisthenics. That's fine. So we was trying to target certain people who like certain things, and then my last prank was to take all the food and freeze it. And that way it's harder to unthaw, and it makes people irritated and want to leave and go home. So like it was
mind games.
Yeah, harmless pranks. It was way worse other pranks that other people was doing.
So I don't want to pry.
They was throwing mustard and ranch and stuff all over the walls and kicking doors down. It was a crazy video. Like, and that was like day 1, day 2 type of thing. So we was like, what did we get ourselves into?
So I don't want to pry if you've got kid now, but would you ever? It feels like you'd be a great choice for The Bachelor.
For The Bachelor,
like they always want football. They always want somebody who's like, oh, I'm also a business person. I don't know.
I thought I heard they vote the black guy off first, though. Is that true or no?
Well, not if you're the guy. If
you're the Bachelor. Okay,
yeah,
they can't vote you off. That'd be hard to do.
And then
that's a no go. My lady would kill me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know.
We knew a guy. We met a guy, listener of our show. What was the reality show?
Love at First Sight.
Love at First Sight. He was dating someone. You're not married?
I am.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
said your lady. I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah, it's
you're
just
actually
like,
married.
when I say I'm from the South, so like when I say my lady, it's just
Okay.
something a little bit more sweet.
Well, he was in a serious relationship, and he just broke up with her when they called him
No
and said you have to
way.
be on Love at First Sight. He's still married today, 5 years later.
That's crazy.
They hooked him up, yeah.
More than 5, dude. They've got spin-off level kids.
Oh, yeah, they got kids and stuff. Yeah, okay.
So would you do the family YouTube?
Yeah, I probably would, and it depends if my wife want to get into it majority of the time. But if I'm done with football and I got a lot of time, I would probably do so. I already kind of do a little bit right now. I do a bunch of vlogs and stuff, or like behind the scenes, day in the life, because I know a lot of people want to know what athletes really do outside of football, and I end up doing a lot of stuff, going to a lot of events, and sometimes I show that too. And so I just try to be as real and as authentic as possible, because I know a lot of people view athletes as pretty much like superheroes, and that's not the reality for real. And I tell people I'm just as normal as them. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't believe you respond to me and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I'm a normal person. Just because my job is different don't make me no different from you.
A normal person, but you get invited to do cool stuff now, right? Like,
Yeah.
What was the NASCAR bit you just did?
The NASCAR thing, that was down in Texas. That was a pretty cool event too. We got a chance to go down and see like the crew pit and get to see directly how everything operated. It was nice. I enjoyed that too. That was nice.
What's going through your mind when you this huge journey to get it? You made the NFL, and you tear your ACL.
Ah, man, it's
what was
a lot of perseverance.
What was that play like? Remind us how did that exactly happen?
Thanksgiving Day versus the Giants, and it was a back shoulder fade route against Darius Slayton on the right side of the field, and he kind of like brushed me past a little bit, and I just remember my knee giving out, and that was it. That's last thing I remember.
You knew right away. This is not normal. Or like this is way different.
Kinda. Yeah, I kind of figured, because I tore my left one in high school, and it kind of felt the same, and I was like, man, back to square one again. So I've been through a lot in my life, a lot of ups and downs, but I know how to get out of it every single time. So I never gave up, I never quit, and I came back that last game versus the Giants again, and I ended up playing pretty well. I had a couple tackles and stuff like that. Just grinding again during that whole off season, and I'm here still. They re-signed me for another year, and really excited for these preseason games to show them like I still got it. I'm still able to go out there and perform.
Yeah, some people are like, preseason, that doesn't matter.
No, it matters.
You're like,
it matters every single year.
You need the preseason. You want it.
Yeah.
Before we even started like with your college career. So Mesquite.
Yeah, I went to West Mesquite High School. I was originally born and raised in Dallas. I probably didn't get to the Mesquite area until about 7th grade. So that's when my dad.
They recruited you?
No recruitment.
Oh.
So
that's
my
all we
dad,
read about in high school sports these days. Yeah.
My dad moved out there after he remarried, and we just kind of stayed in that area. It was a nice little area, and I went to school at McDonald Middle School and then West Mesquite High School. And so I was there for about 6 years. I get the 6 years, 7, 8, and all the way through high school. So there in the Mesquite area for around 6 years. But it was absolutely worth it. Met a lot of great coaches, a lot of great family, the friends and stuff like that too.
You just play defense?
I play everything.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, but I got to like my junior year and my senior year, it was pretty much one position at that point, and special teams, of course. But I remember I only played corner, surprisingly, 1 year out of my whole high school career. It was my junior year, and then my senior year I moved to safety. So when I got picked up to Michigan State, or I committed to Michigan State, they wanted me to play corner. So.
Well, from what I remember, I mean, I feel like I've been out of the X's and O's learning game for a minute. But back then, a DB going to Michigan State was a big deal.
Oh, definitely, because I had 2 first-rounders back-to-back, and then Jim
No-fly
Thorpe.
zone.
Yeah, Jim Thorpe. He won a Jim Thorpe in Dorquest Denard in 2014 or 2013, one of them years. And then they put out Trey that next year. It was crazy.
And then so you go there. D'Antonio's like a Saban-type guy.
Yep.
I assume like a lot of press. I just want to know the 2 years that you've been here before Christian Parker got here, were you like fully entrenched in the playbook, or were you more focused on special teams? Like how much of an adjustment is, because from what I know, what you guys are doing now is very different than what you did at Michigan State.
Yeah, so it's all around. Still focused on special teams and the defense. My position first. But also special teams is how you really make the team, truthfully. And that's how I ended up really getting into the special team guys, Bones when he was here, and staying underneath him and asking him questions and stuff like that. And, I ended up signing on the practice squad that first year in 2023. But, I got a chance and opportunity to work under a lot of good guys. Like Deron Bland had a really good year that year. And Trey also had a good year that year in 23. And so – that defense was good, and Dan Quinn was here at the same time, and and then that next following year, it started over again. I think this is my 4th DC in 4 years, so it's been a lot of different coaches, a lot of different techniques on stuff. So just figuring out everything. But I really like this Christian Parker defense. I'm glad he's here. Glad we got him, and where everybody's flying around and making plays and stuff too.
When I say I feel like I got off the bus X's and O's wise when we started doing mixed coverages on the field and boundary side. So, reading who's going to be in 4 and who's going to be in 2. 6 and 8 didn't exist back then. I feel like there's so much more going on the back end now than there used to be.
Once you understand defenses, though, it kind of becomes where you're
supposed to be.
Yeah, it kind of becomes a little easy.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah, it's always a lot, but that's why we do it, and that's the decisions that we had to make to play this game.
Feels like Christian Parker is obviously got to be the youngest defensive coordinator you've had.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to – I guess I criticized everyone else in the media for asking those generic questions, but it just feels – we watch him, his press conferences and whatnot, and listen to him on interviews. It feels like he's an inspiring guy. And now you're going to say, you know what? Actually, he's not. He's kind of boring. And we're not excited to have him.
He's my 3rd choice.
Not saying that. He is a great guy. He understands defense really well, and everything.
Seems like he's business.
Yeah, all about business, and he's cool. If you ever get a chance to know him, his personality is really cool. A lot of great style. He rocks J's all the time. So just getting to know him these last couple months has been great.
All right. Well. What's your how do people find you on the gram and whatnot?
I go by Josh Butler TV on everything on all social media platforms.
Okay. You're the only Josh Butler TV out there.
The only one, yep.
Okay.
I got some fan pages, though. They make fan pages and stuff all the time, but,
That's awesome, man.
Verified.
Well, we wish you well with the Cowboys. Wish you well in that. And go follow Josh Butler and his dogs and his kid. And And, yeah, hopefully big things for you this year, man.
Thank y'all so much for having me.
Good luck this weekend.
All right.
All right, there he is, folks. Josh
have
Butler.
a good day, man.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
Remember that, Jake? That was yesterday.
Can we make it sound like it did before?
We time traveled it today. What do you mean? Your headphones don't sound right? What are you saying?
They sound different.
No, it's the audio.
Okay.
It's oh, that's my timer. I had my timer to go off so I could make sure I was back here. I was out evaluating the Cowboys. Boys are looking good.
Yeah, where do you see it really popping?
Just the passion.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what I noticed?
What's that?
The defense communicating. Just they all were saying stuff, and then somebody would nod, and then they would do it. It was amazing.
Even when they played the loud music, they could still communicate.
I'm very interested in who's behind controlling this. Like,
what?
So this is going to go for about 13 to 14 seconds.
It's like
we're
just
at the
between
Grammys.
plays or something. Yeah.
It's almost like an NBA game, but in the NBA, there's an obvious time at which it's in and out, and this is different.
It's when they break the huddle, they crank the music, so you have to communicate over the music or use signs, what have you.
Got it.
Like you said, won't it be loud like that in Green Bay?
Yeah.
Got to get ready.
And if they would ever make a playoff game, it might be loud there, too.
You hear that, Jake?
No, what'd he say?
So PlumQuick, plumquickcompany.com, that's our main sponsor here at training camp. They are our title sponsor. We thank them, and we want you to go sign up for their annual membership. Also, though, so they deal with, water sometimes.
Sure.
Plumbing, that's going to happen. But then if there's too much water, they're like, that's not our area. That's a pool. I'm like, oh, I thought I was calling my plumber for stuff that's water. That's when you'll call Puddle Pools. And
We've got you covered here.
puddlepools.com/dumbzone. You can even sign up for their monthly service, and then they'll give you a free month if you sign up for an annual, if you lock it in for a year. So
there are two options. I need a plumber or I have a pool.
Yeah. So if you're dealing with a body of water or some water in your house, you're like, I should call one of these places.
Excellent.
Go to AI, go to Claude, and ask which one of them should I call plumquickcompany.com or puddlepools.com/dumbzone. All right, right now we will do okay, so here's our plan. We have a plan. The new thing we're starting here on the Dumb Zone in year 3, a plan. So the Cowboys are doing a walkthrough, and we think that this will probably be the only time where during our broadcast time they break up practice. And so there could be at least a little bit of player availability. I always think of young Blake saying that word, availability.
Is it on call?
And so practice could break up during the news.
Won't that ruin the continuity of our show?
But when that breaks up, we're just going to head out there. We're going to just go see what we can see and be seen. And if it's totally terrible, well, we'll cut it out of the audio program, right?
Yeah.
Or
we don't run from our mistakes.
I do.
Yeah, well,
trying to make a promo or something.
I'll take it out.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's that might interrupt the news, but here's the open for the news.
With the Dumb Zone News.
You unplug and plug it back in.
Me?
Yeah.
Is it just too low?
It's just real scratchy.
Is that how we fix things? Let's
Well,
try
you
it
could
again.
blow on it.
Here's
better.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah. Hey.
Take it out.
Unplugged it and plugged it in.
Blow on it and put it back in there.
So the top story that we were tracking in the Los Angeles
Slower.
news last night, they had a what?
We need to tell them about how they do their weather.
Oh, bro, it's Michael Bay. Jerry Bruckheimer, dude. It's
What do you mean?
Well, first of all, it is what you think it is. It's stacked market by attractiveness, and you're in Los Angeles, and it's the nightly news. So the men look very regal and news-ish or super, attractive, and the women they look like actresses or supermodels. And then from there, you see maybe a little bit of graphic and like immersion graphics where you can interact with them at home. This is the whole screen. So she's walking on like a globe, and the globe is spinning as she walks over to South America, and there's clouds here. It's cinematic.
Yeah, at home,
It's
the
Tinseltown.
green screen's behind them. There, it's on the ground.
floor.
And so she's walking, like, through California, pointing down, like, looky here. This is where the rain's coming through, and it's
special.
It's insane.
That's great.
Yeah, it's just the graphic packages are fantastic. So that's one of the good parts of living in Los Angeles, but many such bad parts, like you're in the middle of a lot of industry and a lot of warehouses. And I don't think people think about that when they think about Los Angeles, but in the Boyle Heights neighborhood out here, they had a story last night where they were covering a town hall meeting. There was a fire in this foodstuffs warehouse 6 weeks ago. So just a food warehouse caught on fire 6 weeks ago. Hey, Rowdy. What's up, bud? And they haven't cleared out the burnt up food. So the fire eventually burned off, and now it's overrun with rodents, and it smells, and this thing is giant. And so in the same way that we might live near, like, farmland at home, and you're like, that's kind of weird, there are just huge warehouses in Los Angeles. And, yeah, there was a huge fire, which also happens out here a lot. Burned for 8 days. And now it just smells. Like miles and miles and miles. You guys want to have Rowdy on? He's approaching the table right now, coming over.
I don't think Rowdy talks.
Oh, he doesn't talk. That's
Is that
right.
the one? Is that the one that parked at the strip club?
We don't talk about that at Camp Lake.
Why?
This
we want to come back to camp next year.
But Jerry said, "Now, Rowdy."
I know. We talk about that when we go back to
Got
Dallas.
any questions for Dak about his family?
If he came over here, why not? Why are you guys afraid of? You're afraid of Rowdy?
The next
Are
story
you serious?
the next story on the news that night.
He can't talk.
Was just a brazen catalytic converter spree of of robberies of people
Well,
in
that
Los
happened
Angeles.
like 5 or 10 years ago in Texas. That was a big deal, right?
Yeah.
And more recently.
Feels like it fell off.
It did.
Is it still going on? This one was it's dudes in ski masks, broad day, and they have a rifle, like full rifle, just pointed up at these apartments. It feels like you're in Grand Theft Auto every night on the news here. It's not they're fighting over a book in a library.
Why wouldn't you say heat?
Yeah.
You just didn't want to raise it to that level?
No, we got something deeper going on.
What do you mean?
Well, I think so. My training camp book is Heat 2. It was gifted to us by a listener during a sit-in, and I thought, how LA? I'll read Heat 2 while in California. And now, like, Jake is so afraid of me, like, taking over the Yucca app or South Park or rap music. Now he senses that I'm going to take over Heat, and he's mad at me about it.
He's very territorial.
He is.
Anyone who knows
Ice
me.
cream, like I wanted Yasso. He's like, pfft.
Moved on.
You thought I eat the real thing.
You have
That's
Grim.
3 months ago, me.
So any leftover Hillary bars you see, those are theirs because they bought a bunch of them. None of that's on
That's
me.
a Hillary bar now.
They're
okay.
delicious.
There's no way you scanned the Yasso bar.
I know it's good.
It's better than.
Oh, it's good.
It's not bad. Some of the ice creams are actually that you
yeah.
might as well be eating Bluebell.
Yes.
Which in general, ice cream not bad compared to your.
It's actually going back the other way where they want to use real milk fat.
Yeah.
Rather than.
Because of me.
A lot of things are going the other way. Yeah.
This is
Get that fluoride out of my water.
This is a story that I've seen a bunch of people. I bet you WFA did a poll or something like that. I don't know if Fox 4 goes to that level. But DFW Airport is installing, quote, Islamic foot wash stations inside bathrooms.
Well, I'm sure that's not going to cause any alarm.
It's caused enough to where there's a news story about it.
Well, but yeah, if they put in one, there's going to be 8 million news stories about it.
It's privately funded. It's like a low-level basin. These already exist several places across the U.S. I was thinking it was weird the other day going to the bathroom in DFW because the last couple airports I'd been in were in Portland and Seattle. And it's night and day. The Portland and Seattle bathrooms are fluid.
What do you mean?
There were
great?
no men's and women at all. I don't think so. And it's obvious, it's state to state. It's a big country.
Was it great? Because you could be like, "Hey, little girl."
Gross.
Isn't that what happens?
No,
if you open the that's what I thought happens.
I think, and maybe this is just the capitalist in me, but I think the market ultimately would sort out all problems, because what I found is that I didn't want to fart.
Yeah, you're a gentleman.
Because I knew that there were women in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like with bathrooms, these exist elsewhere, these foot wash stations. I feel like there's a good chance I see Dan using these one day. Just like, hey, why not take advantage of this? I don't really know the custom. I'm not really sure. But if I want to be clean, and this is hey, they're adding a clean thing.
Yeah. Why? So it's only if I believe in whatever? Buddha?
Yeah.
I should be able to do it, too. Why can't I have a little piece of bread and some wine?
Is that,
Wait.
Have you ever done that? Oh, my God.
Could you hear it on the mic?
Yeah, that was bad.
You could hear it on the mic?
I could hear it over my headphones.
And don't say wait. If you want to just do a thing. But then he spread his legs out and looked down at it.
Well, I knew I was sitting on a plastic chair.
Yeah, so he had to power it through the chair.
It's Friday. It's
Ladies?
Friday. Thought you wanted to do Friday show.
A senior at Lake Travis
Clayton's
ISD
downwind.
passed away after a medical emergency at football practice this week.
I don't like to hear that. So, like 70 years old, 80? What kind of a senior?
He was a senior in high school, Dan.
Oh, no. Thought he would have graduated before he got that old.
This one...
What happened?
I mean, they say it's heat-related. He's a big boy.
I thought we had the wet bulb. I will.
Is that Wire Will?
Nope. It's my friend Will McClay.
Wire Will McClay? He has no idea who you are, does he?
Every time I see him
worked with him.
I talk with him a lot.
On the plane?
He may not remember me, but I always try to say something to him. He's the brains behind this whole thing.
And you're just going with Will.
All right, TC's walking real fast. That means we better move.
What's
All right.
his first name? The Dumb Zone News.
Well,
we'll
see.
The Dumb Zone News.
We may have to come back.
I know we're going to have to come back.
No, I mean to the news. That was a good news.
Come back to the news over my dead body.
I'll let you get started walking there, and then I'll...
All right, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I know you can hear me.
I'm saying through here.
Oh. Okay, let's go out to the field.
Family day or something? All right, you want to mute this, Blake?
As the Cowboys are breaking up practice.
Mute ears?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are walking through one of the giant tents that blocks our view from the field. But I believe it does say emergency. Okay.
Yeah, when has that ever stopped you before?
Thank you, sir.
Kiss ass.
We are making our way down to the field now. TC has indicated things are breaking up. The players do not seem to be indicating that they are breaking up. Do you think TC jumped the gun here, or are we good?
I think the gun has at least been approached and probably left over. Yeah.
Now that thing, our interviewee from yesterday was wearing. These guys are wearing something that looks to be a sports bra, but it is not. Right? What is that?
That is the Catapult tracker. That's tracking all of your movements, biometrics, load management.
So is that basically a flock camera on your body?
Yeah, it is. But it allows you to see things like top speed, and the little X's and O's dots that you see on
walk this way
sort of stuff.
Let's saunter to the autograph area.
Yeah, let's do it. Now the Catapult is it's everywhere now. It's Christy Scales.
Talk to some fans.
That is Christy Scales. Isn't that weird? She's always on a sideline. Hello, Christy Scales.
They never let me leave. That's
Yeah.
why.
Well.
Not allowed to leave.
So you're training to be on the sideline.
Exactly.
And here she is at training camp standing on the sideline.
Got to get ready for tomorrow in Seattle.
Brad Sham is just sitting up in the booth.
Oh. Yeah, and Babe. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly
Brad and
right.
Babe.
Exactly right. So what are you taking from today in terms of being ready for the
I think the
preseason?
boys look great. What do you think?
Oh, I think they look great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your concerns, Dan?
Defense, just kind of everything gelling in time. That's all.
You weren't completely impressed with what they did in the joint practice Tuesday?
Oh man, I really did.
Yeah, I know that you were intent on all that.
Yeah.
Where's your notes?
Why don't you stop yelling at me, Christy? Christy Scales.
Hey, I have a question for you. Do you guys watch Righteous Gemstones?
Yes.
So last night I got to meet, her name's Edie Patterson, but
Oh my God, how great!
Texas State and Texas, and she's from Texas City. I'm from Galveston. So after the show, are you familiar with the Groundlings in
Yeah,
LA?
we're going Saturday night.
Are you going? Well, Thursday night is alumni night, so they have
Cool.
people that come out, and so she's a former Groundling member, like Melissa McCarthy, Will
Have you
Ferrell.
been?
Yes. Well, I went for the second time last night, so Brad and I went. And so anyway, yeah, you might want to get the players instead of me telling the gemstone story.
All right, you're going to
I'll
tell
tell
us
you
in a couple days. Yeah.
next week.
All right, let's go walk over.
Very cool. That's all I have to say.
That's great. I love hearing that. Thank you. I love Edie. Married to BJ?
Yes. I think she's a dirty lib. I remember seeing her doing.
Oh, there's Dominic Robinson. Oh, says Robinson.
Let's see. You want to try just autograph?
There's Duran Bland. We're walking here among the Cowboys. There's Dak Prescott, folks. You can see Dak Prescott walking off the field. We're We're taking selfies with Dak Prescott out here. So yeah, we're just walking near the autograph line, and you'll see, I guess.
I don't know what the rules are here.
You'll see and hear people yelling for autographs. And there's a man you might know as Quentin Williams.
There's no T.
Yeah.
And he's signing for a fan. Great dude there.
Sure.
The fan walked up and said $1 million man, which is not at all a weird thing to say to a pro athlete.
Yeah.
A normal thing to say. There's so many Tylers.
Would you like to shall we talk to George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are walking off the field?
Excuse us.
Hey guys, how the Cowboys looking this year? No?
Denied.
There goes George Pickens.
Yeah.
Clearly intense and motivated for the season. Didn't have time to talk to the media.
No, they both stopped. Turpin Pickens both stopped. That's cool.
They'll stop for some fans. This does not seem to be a big place for the media to get a lot, but it is yeah, we are the only ones out here.
Not anymore. A hero emerges, Jon Machota of The Athletic. We'll see if he posts up anywhere. I think this is set up to be a fan.
We're to stay out of the middle.
Now,
we've had
what world would you say where we were just standing would be the middle of? There's about 700 square yards out here and nowhere where we were.
No, this does not seem to be the middle of anything.
No. It's not. But
do you think that's really Tony Dorsett?
I don't. But
Take a look.
Really Kenny Clark over there. And you probably don't want to be bothered. Oh, I don't know. Big things for him this year.
This is
Todd Archer.
Yeah. This is not proving very fruitful, but we're so the Cowboys practice is breaking up, but there are certain little pockets of players that are still out there doing little work.
Work / autograph, but I don't know that you want to approach mid autograph. Is this a Raku wearing 6?
Let's just go to the autograph line and see what's up.
Stay out of the middle.
So we'll walk over to where all the fans are in the VIP fan area, getting autographs. Then there's a mean coach yelling that we have a flight and we got to run. And so the fans are left wanting a little bit, I guess. Who'd you guys get today?
Tyler Barker. Eric, who we get? We got all the whole line. Ryan Fournette. We got way too many people. I can't count. Whole line.
Pretty much. Yeah. What's the best autograph you got on that helmet?
Probably Javonte. Javonte, Rashawn.
What's your goal?
Man, Javonte is my goal. I missed him last year, so I'm glad I got him this year.
Oh, you already got Dak and everything?
Oh, no.
You missed him.
Missed him.
You just assume you'll never get Dak?
Can
I got
bird
Dak
calls?
a couple years ago, but
Oh, okay.
I just never got Javonte.
A couple years ago. So you come out here every year?
Every year.
What's your deal? Like, are you from Dallas? You from here? What?
I was from SAC. Just try to get where I can get and then just collect it.
Oh, okay. And do you pay extra to get back here? This is the VIP area or no?
Yeah, I pay extra to get back. Oh, he pays it, but
Oh, okay.
I'll pay anything.
Okay. And did he teach you to be a Cowboy fan like this?
Oh man, he taught me everything. He's crazy. He's got everything.
This your dad?
Oh yeah, he's my dad.
Okay. What's your? You got a Cowboy tattoo?
yeah.
How long you had that guy?
Had that a while. Finally got one, so it's time to get a tattoo after all those years. But we go back a long ways, back to Tony Dorsett days and Drew Pearson, Tony Hill, Randy White. So got to bring it up the right way, right?
You from Dallas?
Nope. Well, I'm Northern California, Sacramento area, Roseville.
So you've never been to Dallas or anything?
Dallas plenty of games, so we go to
Okay,
Dallas.
why are you a Cowboy fan?
Yeah, born in the '70s, so it was about the America's team, right?
Okay.
So just grew up, turned it on, and that was it, right? Danny White. Rest was history. So we've been a Cowboys fan my whole life.
And you come out here every year?
Every year. And it's the second time this year. We came last week, and we're back this week driving down. So
Okay.
good times. Love the Cowboys.
Good times indeed.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
All right. Well, there's a exclusive interview with a fan. And then the rest of the what story?
Christy's story.
Oh, she wanted to tease that for next week. And now we slowly walk off the field.
Miss Shoemaker. He was out here the whole time.
Yeah.
We slowly make our way off the Cowboys practice field, where they are hopping on a flight and they will head to Seattle. Seattle, Blake.
Seattle.
Blake's going to Seattle too.
Yep.
Kind of a sparse crowd today for the walkthrough, but I guess that's the way it is. The Marvion Overshone. Let's just see. Talk to him for just a moment.
Just trying to get some good notes and get some reps. I just tell them to go out there and play freely. You know, you repping the Star on Saturday, but at the end of the day, you know, you're interviewing for a bunch of jobs. We already know it's only a couple spots on this team that can actually make the roster. So, you know, when you go out here, make sure you just play your best ball. Don't overthink it.
D-Max, I gotta get you, man. This is the guy that runs after practice.
Mm-hmm.
There he is, just walking though.
God, I love him.
Today, just walking after practice. Hello, officer.
Yeah, that was
That's
cool.
Jake's favorite officer.
Did not exactly
Back behind me.
Oh, was
You
it?
can see that.
He can't hear you.
Okay, yeah, good.
We got a good look there. All right.
Can you hear
All right.
y'all?
Well, I can't hear Blake. I don't know if Jake is back there, but I'm reporting live on the Cowboys practice field. And we will work our way up here.
Okay.
You guys out on the field getting autographs?
Yeah.
How'd you get out there, man?
Just very lucky. Very lucky.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Who'd you get?
I got CeeDee Lambs, and then he got Dak.
And you got Dak. All right.
Where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas. Where are you
Oh wow, we're from here out here.
How come I can't meet anybody from Dallas? Everybody's just from out here. You ever been to Dallas?
I love Dallas. We try to go Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
Try to see whoever the Cowboys are playing.
Are you like a collector or something? Why?
No. Just a blanket and
just a Cowboys
yeah.
collector.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang it up in my office.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Good times, man. See you.
Well, now Dan and TC
excuse
are
me.
back. For a day that we didn't even know they'd be here, that was interesting. It was cool for the fans, I guess. There's a lot of people who, like, I know this sounds weird to us, but as those guys are walking off, they're, like, literally going, oh, finally. And they're, like, hugging each other because they got an autograph. They're making somebody's day by being here. Anyways, now I'm going to play you a quick bit of audio from a...
Are we back in the news?
Let's just move on, but I got something else for you real quick.
Oh.
CD has his own YouTube channel.
Here's Jay.
And it's not like Trayvon Diggs' YouTube channel where a video would come out at camp and it was like a direct shot at the team. It's really more, CD really likes to do cool stuff in the off season, and he really likes people to know about it. Like, he's single athlete who's traveling a lot. And so he's all over the world in all the coolest places, and he's got a camera guy with him, and then he's sitting out back at his mansion kind of narrating the summer. A lot of it's him and the boys, Dak, Pickens, somewhere out on some vacation or retreat, playing football barefoot. It's kind of cool to see. They're like in the mountains. But I wanted to play you this part from his meeting with Nike, and you guys can tell me whether or not this is athlete over laughter. He makes a very light, I would say Michael Scott level innuendo here. And listen to how they react. We'll see if this plays.
Yeah. That's why I love them in Christmas, bro. I was so happy. I was so sad.
So he's talking just his design there. He really likes to stand out. He likes the design on the cleats to stand out. That's why he loves the Christmas one.
In Christmas, bro. I was so happy. I was so sad. Exactly. Help me help them
Find you.
Yes,
yeah,
like,
for sure.
Here, he's got a chain hanging.
Yeah, something hanging. What a walk.
Pause, bro. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna pause there, bro. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, bro. I was gonna let you cook, dog, but that was wild. That was wild. That was wild.
Dude, like the whole room loses it. He
was alluding to his alluding to his penis.
Like he's having to hold off
Yeah.
double over laughter. And there's a room full of, Nike executives and account execs, whatever.
Sycophants.
Jesus, dude. But this is what you do.
The most laughter you're going to get is at Nike, right? Or an agency that's
I guess
pitching
that's
you,
true.
right? Jeez.
I would just think somebody who's got some skins in the wall would be honest with you. But yeah, this is what you do now. You get a video. Look, just your summer travels. You just make a video.
That's the currency, man. Even Machota's into it. He wants his TikTok to take off. Pretty soon, I'm going to be just TikTok guy.
Yeah?
That's all I'm going to be doing. Talking about it every day.
Bathroom ratings.
I can't wait.
Parking.
Then my life will really take off.
I can play you now. I want to play you a little bit more from Schotty and Kay Adams.
If you would review canned fish on TikTok, you might do well.
Yeah, I think there's almost no doubt.
Can I do it under our account, or do I have to make canned fish?
Do it under our account.
Candan.com or whatever.
Candan.
It's really good.
It is, man.
Yeah.
Dan in a can.
Okay, like we said yesterday, in addition to Dustin Hoffman, the other celebrity we saw was Kay Adams.
Up in Adams.
Which is weird to me because there are, like, plenty of reporters here. Some of them even they're kind of famous. Is that another one?
What?
If you lift your ass cheek up off,
I didn't do anything. What are you
off the seat, and you hold your hand up and start shaking. It's not on me just because they can't hear it.
It's an audio product.
So But Kay Adams, who's like used to be on the NFL Network, now she's on something else.
Yeah,
she
what?
was walking around like Dustin Hoffman. Like she had a handler. They were.
Oh my God! There was more.
She was
You would have
with
thought
Tad.
she was like a 4-time Oscar winner or whatever.
I couldn't. Then
Kay
they're like,
Adams.
yeah, she's wearing some nondescript, just football shirt. It has like a 88 on it. Somebody pointed out it was probably like $1,000, but I don't really know what she does.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you want to watch your mouth, I think.
I know. I was just trying. I was only going for humor there. I'm sorry, Kay, if you hear this.
So
these guys are defending your honor, though.
To the death. So this is her talking to Schotty, and Schotty's got like his legs kind of tilted towards her, like relaxed back,
visor on,
Kimosabi style. Like, hey, Kay. And
I'm close to buying into Schotty, and I'm gonna want you to stop your ripping Schotty.
You know.
So a lot of those guys are on your leadership council, which I just heard about. We're talking about.
You back out.
A lot of those guys are on your leadership council, which
Wait,
I
pause
just
it.
heard about.
How many people do you think are on the leadership council?
I'm pretty aware there's like over a dozen, or at least a
That's
dozen.
way too many.
I do think so too. Yeah.
Do you think Schotty's a guy who would have too many groomsmen?
Yeah.
Like, make a cut.
We're talking about balance and you wanting to focus on being a head coach. I guess I'll start with this, and there are some new names on there. Gary's on there, Clark is on there. Why have a leadership council? How did that incept?
I think it's part of the evolution.
I think you can do that, but I didn't know you could do that.
What?
How did that incept?
Yeah, it's not bad. That's a good move.
Yeah.
So a lot of those guys are on your leadership council, which I just.
Hey, it was my voice being heard, and it doesn't change the fact that I've always felt like the best teams are led by the locker room. And so the more I was around some of these new faces and new guys and looking at our locker room going into year two, it became very evident to me that we had the right guys in place that could help us make decisions, drive the standard, and point things out when they're right and when they're not right, and that helps.
Why those guys?
Can I pause something?
Yes.
This isn't to make fun of Shire, but it's. I've been around teams. You know, I've come to believe the best teams are those that led by the players, right? Does assigning it and calling it a leadership council, and you've been anointed leader by your daddies, doesn't that take away what you just said? Like, isn't that more of an organic? The best teams, the players have just, like, the true leaders just emerged and policed the locker room without wearing a hall monitor sash.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
it still can work, probably. I don't know. But I think that's when you're forcing it in. It's like forced. Well, I suppose he's doing it in a sense with having them all go to dinner with people they don't usually hang around with on the team.
It's his bit for sure.
The best teams, you might say, boy, they all just kind of get along and they just hang out and stuff. But we're making them hang out ahead of time to reverse engineer that. Like, I want to do the things the best teams do.
Maybe, and I don't know, because I don't know what it's like to be an NFL player.
My vision of what the best teams do, because maybe that's not true at all, actually.
Yeah, and maybe what the best teams do changes over time because being a person changes. So, like, you know, there's just they probably don't hang out together as much as they did in the 80s and 90s, period, just because people don't. So if there's maybe if they have to, like, institute, you know, actual mechanisms to force things that used to happen naturally, you'd rather it be natural for sure.
But I mean, corporation, right? You do bonding weekends, or you do
Dude, they got like personality
team
coaches
Yeah.
that come in and tell you how to talk to each other while you're in the room. They have like work therapists.
So if you have $1 billion
Crazy.
to spend, you're just like,
Wow.
what can I spend on to make it a tiny bit better?
Most of the stuff I'm playing for you here, it's just because of her. It's not because she's bad, and it's not. I'm not ogling her.
No, there's something with you.
I'm
I
fascinated
see
by
what you're
just
saying.
how. Listen to this.
So we came back the first training camp
Talking
practice.
Caleb Downs.
Very similar route, and Caleb gloved it. I mean, really played it perfectly. And so
Love to hear
what
it.
you love about that is
what?
Love to hear it.
Like that. This is the sound of you talking to a lady at 1:30
The
in
other
the
part,
morning.
well, it's pretty small. I didn't even mark it, but I know she was talking to him. They love to talk about playing putt-putt against Schotty.
Yeah, I got it, but I'm not going to play it. I have more. I have worse than that. But yeah, listen to this.
So we came back the first training camp practice, very similar route, and Caleb gloved it. I mean, really played it perfectly. And so
Love to hear
what
it.
you love about that is, when you get a young player.
All right, now towards the end, if there's anything she loves more than putt-putt, it's his tattoos.
Cool back and forth, and there was a lot of trash talk. There were balls being punted into the stands. Matter of fact, Dak went over and not so nice. He said, "Stop punting my damn throwing balls into into the stands."
Can I talk to Dak? What happened to Dak?
But it was great.
She's like, "Girl, he is wildin'." Like, listen how reality show.
Not so nice. He said, "Stop punting my damn throwing balls into into
happened
the stands."
Can I talk to Dak? What happened to Dak?
But it was great, and it was. The trash talk is good, and iron sharpens iron.
That's great.
You are my coach with tattoos. You know that I love that. If you were to
Pause
put a
it.
tattoo on,
What did she just say?
You are my coach with tattoos.
And you know I love it.
He's okay. He's certainly not the only coach with a tattoo.
No, but he's got to be the only one with a visible. I mean, you got plenty of guys who got a little something, but hand is a choice, and it's a big one. So I got to give him credit there. I've wanted one for a long time and
But
haven't done it.
Kyle
That
Shanahan
is-
has a tattoo.
Who?
Kyle Shanahan.
Plenty of them have.
But like you're saying, when you make it so prevalent, it's it's wearing a logoed shirt.
Yes.
All the time, the same shirt.
Yes.
It's going to require a question, or someone will comment on it.
He loves it.
Or you'll become Kay Adams's tattooed coach.
Oh, me?
The trash talk is good.
This whole thing?
Iron sharpens iron.
you are my coach with tattoos. You know that I love that. If you were to put a tattoo on with one word, last question.
Pause it.
Was she getting the wrap up?
He's so excited. She's not getting a wrap up, dude.
Not at
Do you
all.
think Bront is standing next to her like,
Tad might.
No. They're letting
so, man.
the NFL Network.
There
or
are
whatever
two
they wanna
worlds.
do. They're
Yeah, we've seen. He can.
Dad can dismiss certain people.
There are two worlds.
Very sad.
Hers and ours.
But I'm just saying he.
Oh, dude.
Although they may have prepped him with the question.
Dude, he's that kid, that hitter from Rookie of the Year, just waiting on that underhanded pitch, licking his lips. Like, are you
the second
kidding
she
me?
said tattoo.
I'd rather do this than call a play.
Right. Give me one word. Oh. Hold on. Let me clean up.
This is all, yeah.
Tattoos. You know that I love that. If you were to put a tattoo on with one word, last question, that sort of describes this team this season, what would it be?
Brotherhood.
Oh.
And we'll leave it
She
at that.
couldn't
Let's
get the
go.
breath
I'm not
out of her
conditioning
mouth
after
before
practice,
he
just so
answered
we're
that
clear.
question.
It's because he's already thought through all. I mean, this is what he does, man.
And it's very possible their producer kind of told him ahead of time this is going to be their last question.
Brotherhood.
Possibly, yeah.
He's a throw pillow. But he's about to be a Super Bowl winning throw pillow.
Look, man, he's making the right hires.
Yeah.
And he seems to be kind of stepping out of the way. That's what I mean. Like, he does feel like.
And not only that.
I think it's more than Garrett ever was.
I think
I don't think Garrett ever earned the right to do it, and I think it simply
No,
took.
you guys are fine.
You're fine.
You're fine.
You're
Hey.
fine.
Whisper!
Thank you, though.
No.
I think also.
I think he earned the right simply by it was timing, and it was by Clayton Adams really worked out.
Yeah.
And that was the one hire they let him make.
Dude, but I know
they
said
didn't
this
let him make a
before,
lot of hires.
But it's like when Brandon talks about why did they let you kick 65-yard field goals? He's like, because I made the first one.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right. Well, so
it's next. You know what? And Eberflus turned out so poorly.
Yeah.
And it was kind of this is the way we've been doing it. And you know what? Jerry has realized. I mean, it was the reason he kept Jason Garrett around here so long.
It's hard
if
to
I
find.
win with this guy that no one else in the NFL wanted, this will be Jerry's Super Bowl.
It's a very thin
You know?
pool.
It would never, if you went and signed Jim Harbaugh or John Harbaugh,
Tomlin.
you would not have Yeah, Tomlin, that would never be your Super Bowl. Sure, you would have to say I'm the owner that went and hired him, but if you hire a guy, though, that nobody else wants to hire, this is Jerry's guy.
It's wildcatting. That's why I want to have him on. I just want to talk to him about public ownership of natural resources.
So, Dan, are you tilting towards
like,
Schotty?
think about it. As a guy who's like all about grit, whatever, it doesn't make sense to be like luck should play this big of a factor in this.
I'm tilting towards Schotty, but I'm out here.
And
I'm realizing I'm swimming in the Cowboys.
You know that what was it? Kaepernick would put the headphones on. You could hear everybody. That's what I'm doing right now. I don't hear anything y'all are saying. I don't care.
They give you Cowboys glasses when you walk in. And,
whatever.
And I'm wearing them.
I'm disappointed in you.
We stay eyes on the shoulder blades of the man in front of us. I'm not because you know what'll happen. This guy.
Who, me?
He blows around like one of those things at a car dealership.
Me?
Why I keep waving inflatable tube, man?
No way. I get an opinion, I stick with it.
Yeah, well, stay away from commenting on the WNBA then.
I'll tell you what.
Dig yourself a hole.
I'll tell you what. We're getting lots of Ennis Cantner.
Enough to where you're going to have to start saying Cantor.
Cantor? Sorry, Cantner. Cantor.
Acquainted.
Like you said, he's a spare that nobody even knows. But I thought I saw a picture of those guys like wearing a wig. Have you seen that?
Royce did.
Yeah,
that
he was on TV maybe.
Don't you think this? Here's my thought about that, for real.
Like,
no jokes.
I just don't know that there's
being
ever a world where I'm putting a wig on and feeling good about it. Like, just no. No chance.
Like, because I'll hear some people, and like even Ethan, he loves this kind of stuff, right? But it's like, oh, they're going to force the NBA, WNBA, into addressing this issue that they don't. You know, they're going to force them to address this issue now because these guys will join the draft. They're going to say they want to be drafted, and the WNBA doesn't have a rule about this. They're forcing them to address the.
Can I do it?
Isn't the point? Like, aren't you ruining your own point when you say, hey, they haven't addressed this important issue? They don't even have a rule about. Why don't they have a rule about this? The answer is it's not an issue. It doesn't happen. It's not close to happening. It's not light years away from happening. So that's why there's no rule. This isn't a
prophecy.
You're giving speeches saying men could just decide to be a woman and then play in the WNBA and dominate. Well, I guess, but no one ever has and no one really wants to. That's not a thing. Unless you're going to do it to stir this up and for other reasons. Now it's become a thing because of that. But aren't you – you're almost like – it seems to me to be an easy retort to the people who are trying to stir it up to say that's why there's no – rules on the books because no one's wanting to do this.
If your whole deal was built on their shark attacks in this bay and nobody was getting attacked by sharks and you had to dump a bunch of sharks in there to get people attacked and you'd be like, all right, it looks like people are getting attacked.
That's what I'm saying.
Then I think at some point
isn't this an easy retort of
but that's why this
how
is
can
not
we not
really
swat
even
this away?
We will. Also, he just won't get drafted. Like nobody's going to – it just will take care of itself. That's why – stuff like this, I wish you could just keep it moving. I think it's interesting to talk about him having to defend the full floor. Dude, Travis is so – I was looking up, like, what percentage of –
Is Travis texting you? Because he's texting me every day.
Oh, listen.
I thought he was just laying off you. He didn't want to say it to your face.
No. But I don't – as far as, like, the political or social implications of it, I don't have a lot on it. Deal with it as it comes, I guess. I mean,
think it'd be great.
The truth is that the Olympics has had ways to handle this for a long time, right? At a higher scale it up, and they have testosterone tests and things like that.
Yeah, well, people care about the Olympics.
I don't.
Who's the who am I thinking of?
Probably Kay Adams. If I had to
it's
guess.
probably Kay Adams.
No, I want to help you. Let's work together.
No. It had to do with this, but we'll move on. Want to move on to viewer mail birthdays? Is
Sure.
that time? Oh, it's way past time, isn't it?
Well, I don't know what the clock.
Happy birthday.
I
Thank you.
think we're pretty
Content over clock is what we're saying. But we forgot the L.
You guys should reset more.
I hate Blake in our ear. Producer in our ear just telling us stuff.
Gotta go.
Oh, my God. I'm going to break out in hives. Dramatic.
Viewer mail birthdays is what my attempt is to do here. If it loads, like the word load.
Tried to print for you.
Blake was up late printing, trying to get it right.
Can't just plug into a printer anymore.
You cried for this technology, and now you cry about the technology.
You have to sign up for Ink Plus.
Dude.
Refill tier.
Hello, Captain Clam Slam. Today is my Brian Westbrook birthday.
Nice, good pull.
Excellent.
I'd also like to thank you all for raising awareness for CP.
Big year.
As someone born at 24 weeks with cerebral palsy, it just means a lot. Anyway, more Alexa, more Foodie CK, stand-up comedy, and shout out to the chat. Go Birds, dickhead, from Tommy G. You know Tommy G?
Oh, my gosh. Quite well.
You may know him from
What a
the
guy.
Philip Kingston remote.
Oh, there's a handful of individuals who have been with TC and I for 12, 13 years now. Many cigarettes smoked, Dan.
Are you Tommy G mogging me?
Like you would not
Show me
believe.
how.
You would not believe.
You're the Tommy G guy, not me. Don't
Well,
don't
the two
try
of
and
us.
take Tommy G.
It's a prized commodity.
It's like South Park and Blake.
Yep. And Heat.
Look, dude, I know Tommy G.
Yeah, I'll fight over this.
I've been a Carolina High Mass fan for a very long time, Dan.
I knew some of the words that you said there.
That's where Tom works.
Dear Dan,
Furniture.
Dan, the Pussy Direct Man.
They'll just a little bit, but they're bringing it to you.
You got samples.
Can I get a different sample? What's the one zigzaggy one called?
Herringbone.
Yeah. I write to you on this day of my 49th trip around the sun. No one else in my circle knows of the Dumb Zone except the woman who lives in my house. I'm going to make her join me for a sit-in next year on my 50th.
Nice.
Anyways, I was not woken up in that special way because... Oh, wait a second here. Do I have it? He says, I was married for 26 years. 26
He
years.
says was, though.
No, I have been married.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was going to say, a lot of opportunities out there.
Let's see. He
What
took
if they
her...
divorced, but she did come to the sit-in, just like as a final?
That'd be great.
We've been this far.
What if they had such a contentious divorce that she got the annual membership when they split things up?
Ooh.
Like she didn't even want it, you know?
Yeah. You have to sit in.
Like your website.
Wait, what's the website? Criticism?
We don't have we don't have hangzone.com, or we
Oh,
I don't really
they
get
didn't
the
want
sense
it.
that
I'm
Cumulus
sorry, yeah.
wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Dan's calling. Hey, I'm here with website. How do I send it to you?
My leaders
we don't
are
know.
My leaders are personally witnessing. Oh no. He says personally witnessing the awkward confusion and other emotions wash over Dan as he was mogged off the lat pull machine at the gym by the kid who's a known equipment hog.
Oh,
this guy goes to
damn,
my gym.
bro. Busted your ass.
What happened?
Don't you remember? I told the story. I was using a machine and some kid comes over. He just wanted to work in.
And
then he tripled the weight.
Yeah, and then he was smaller than me.
Reps.
Oh, man.
He just grabbed a couple of 45s and threw it out. Like I was lifting 20s or whatever, you know?
Damn.
You wait your turn, dude.
And that kid's
That's
got
the
a
thing.
reputation around the gym, it sounds like.
And then, we had to take off the 45 so I can go back to my little seat high, pull down toward your hips.
See, and this is the problem. This is why Schotty has to do a leadership council, because in the real, like, somebody should police this. Why
Jimmy,
are two guys are sending emails about it? That's two.
This
That's
guy
one
with the
more than the
birthday-
guy. You should go up to him together and be like, "Cut this shit out."
Yeah, Jimmy needs to police that locker room.
Somebody should.
I would like to name Jimmy one of our leaders in the 24-hour fitness.
Your suggestion comes with serious consideration.
And like if Jimmy sees the guy with the music pill,
Yeah.
playing that loudly in the sauna, let's just go up to him and go, "Hey, man, what if we didn't do that?"
Man, I had a train ride recently, like a Dart light rail, where the guy next to me was playing really loud rap music on his phone for a while. And then he got off, so I'm like, "Oh, this is great! Finally, relief." The guy that got on at the same stop then just performed his own rap music loudly for the rest of the trip.
He sensed a void.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'll fill in here."
I had about 10 seconds of that ride that was pleasant.
You ever see Dan on TikTok? And I don't know how real this is. It's been a year or so now, maybe 2. But there were these guys that their bit was they were a fake like workplace hotline you could call. And so they would show up at a company. It'd be like a window washing company, and they're like, "Hey, they have a clipboard, they got hats, so we need to speak to whoever." And the people are like, "Whoa, no." And they're like, "Hey, we've got complaints," and they just run the whole play, and it's great. And I feel like if I won the lottery, I would take all the game day I needed, and I would just go around to gyms finding people like that with friends. I'd find Sauna Guy, and you just figure it out.
Hand him a ticket.
Yeah, hey. We're here from the Gym Behavior Violation Organization. You got a little visor on in the sauna. You're rolling on it.
Flash a badge.
Yeah, and you're like, there's 2 just jack dudes. You're like, "No, this doesn't fly here." I think you get traction. Because nobody does it. There's a bunch of people at gym who could kick everyone's ass, yet nobody ever does anything. It's like the place where nuisance runs the wildest. If you're in a fucking library, people will be like, "Stop doing that." But if you're at the gym, you can play unedited rap music in a 4x8 room with one other guy sitting there.
Sir, I'm going to let you off with a warning.
This time.
Anyway, leaders watching me get mogged. Jake's courage in his quest to become America's next top comic, the likes of which we haven't seen since Sinbad. And Dan's unwavering commitment to remind the world that if you're named Ethan Couch, you can kill 4 people and injure 9 others, completely paralyzing 1 while driving drunk at the age of 16, yet walk free among us today on the grounds of being a rich, spoiled, rotten little piece of shit.
Yeah.
More of my RBF brother Blake. He said that is resting bitch face.
Yep.
More Soroy, more Dingo, and then much less Henry.
God, there's not much now, so that's...
Like never again, unless every on-air word he mutters can only be met with a response from Clayton.
I have gotten at least 2 unsolicited compliments on our Instagram presence. So
I'd like to add a third.
I'm going to say Henry is at least providing some value.
Yeah.
That's not a commentary on his on-air presence. It's merely a balance sheet situation. Yeah.
Keep cranking hog, twist the wrist for spicy change. Oh, don't tell us that, Jimmy. That's from Jimmy.
For a what? Spicy change?
Spicy.
And then I got a couple more that just rolled in. Sunday, August 16th, it is good DF Patrick Payne. This is Ron Washington on the Rangers' birthday. Let's see. Dumb Zone leaders are Travis Gafford for getting him his own piss jug autographed by Jake. Blake being the only male who could pitch a ball for his nephew's Little League team. And Jake having the courage to double down on his take about old men competing in the WNBA. More Ted Emmerich from Chris Allshouse.
Why don't we call Chris Kamen?
Dude, I just keep getting... I got a couple emails today. This one says Jake needs rehab again, and it's all about the WNBA.
That's why it's the best league out there. It's the
He's
best
saying,
league to talk
and I
about.
think
They say it's a talking sport.
today is
DW.
Magic Johnson's 67th birthday. Getting ahead of myself. He says current day Magic Johnson would be a top 5 player in the league, and he's got AIDS.
I mean, he can barely walk.
I really wish we could see all this because Jake's arguments are
Although
persuasive
if
to
he
me.
joined
But
that league, the rest of the league would barely be able to walk.
It's
after
true.
he was done, you know what I'm
They
saying?
would automatically be less than immune.
We have Ham here.
I am a man who will eat my own world, I'll pay my debts, whatever. I would pay as much as you guys to see 34 to 40-year-old NBA scrubs, bigs. But really, what I'm saying is that I think one of them would not do it. If you had 5, obviously that would be a real problem.
how many points per game is Brian Cardinal averaging?
Man, I don't think guys like that are moving real well, so I don't know. I don't think it's a lot.
Every
He
year,
might be able to
by my
bring back
position.
Tractor
maybe like
Trailer.
Memorial Day or something, we should have one big man versus women challenge.
I agree.
Just different sports. Just
And-
find
and
out.
you know
Okay,
what,
Dirk doesn't
barriers.
move well. How
But-
well would Dirk play in this league?
Dude, he would stand 0 chance.
0 chance.
I'm telling you guys, you need to see Dirk move. He can't walk well. We ruined Dirk. Don't use Dirk. That's a sad story. Dirk can't, run.
I'm looking at the NBA All-Stars from 40 years ago, since you mentioned Magic Johnson. I think the reserves could put a team together to dominate
Today?
the WNBA from 40 years ago.
Kevin Willis.
You do have Magic Johnson.
But
You have James Worthy.
I want to be clear about something. You give him a team, you changes the range. I'm talking Enes Kanter cannot go out by himself and have that much of an impact. I don't think that's my point. I think if you found 4 or 5 other guys, they play their way,
This
however
would
they
be
want
the
to play.
biggest topic we walk
You're
away
saying-
with at
you're
training
saying
camp.
Cantor, if he was surrounded by other NBA players, would have a worse chance?
No, I am saying those guys would dominate.
He's saying it works if it's
he's
all
one of
NBA.
5
If he's
old
one of
guys.
5, I don't know that. If he's one of 5 women.
But if the person tried to
If
slide
Enes
over for
Kanter
him,
played in the WNBA next year, I'm saying they just put Enes Kanter out there for 25 of 40 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think he'd be able to play the game.
I wish you would just give
I don't
up this
think
bit.
Enes
I wish we
Kanter
could.
is
If that's what it would take for us to not talk about it anymore, I will. But I feel like that's not where we are.
I'm not talking about it. I'm just reading emails. Dear patron of the Panty Hamster, tomorrow's the SGA plus Tony Romo birthday for Oklahoma DZ D1 Josh Stanley. His leaders are Buck, Blake's concert selection, and asking officers if he passed.
Dude, that was so funny.
That's from
I
Matt
pass?
Brown. Matt with 1 T.
And then she said, "Put your hands behind your back." He goes, "No, huh?"
do you ever have to ask if you passed? You know.
You do. There's an affirmative.
No.
Just there's no question in anyone's mind. If I'm just walking in a line, no one's like, I wonder how he did.
Game Day Men's Health presents On This Day in History.
What people forget too is he was told to stand on one leg for like 10 seconds, and after doing it for a couple, he goes, "I'm going to incorporate this into my PT."
Yeah. He was
This feels great.
Still riffing.
He was spitting game with that chick, right? Trying to.
That was a great point by Machota. I didn't realize that his back was such an ongoing thing. I mean, it was bad when he was a player, but
So like
it's
an
many years ago.
You think like an older athlete, maybe their body.
Yeah, but
if it was breaking down towards the end, anyways, they might not be able.
I
to,
agree with you. Don't do it to me.
I thought though.
I'm a reporter.
It's a good thing that he didn't play golf all day.
Yeah, I thought it was mostly because of the CBS thing. But I was once wrong.
I thought it was going to be settled by now too. I thought they'd be like it's a 1 week. I think now he's got to be trading it every day, growing percentages of not coming back.
Yeah, I would say it's below 50% at this point, right?
A lot of money.
At the moment that they announced the suspension, I would say 90% chance he comes back. It's been a while now. They're actually starting to call games, and they're still like, maybe he'll be back. We'll see.
What if he went to the Hab?
That's a fine point. If this is all just coverage for his stint to get better,
it's possible.
Unless they say...
I'm going to put it back up to 60% he comes back, just based on that point.
Mark Sanchez available for a rebound.
He's not coming back. If Romo can't come back from this, Sanchez is not coming back from that.
You'll have a good point if that happens.
All right, so today is Friday, August 14th. On this day in what year was the last public execution in the United States?
1928.
Nah, we've done this one too recently.
Yeah.
It's like 1972.
Public execution in the United States.
And I think it's Utah.
I guess March.
All right. It was actually 1936.
All right.
I think you're thinking of like France. They might have had like a literal guillotine public execution in the 70s.
Yep.
And that's when they would. That's when the French soccer team got real good because they used the head. It bounced off of
Right.
Now, I remember reading about this, and I believe there was a crowd that they could not contain. I think it was NBA game level crowd.
20,000 fans.
Yes. Fans.
Welcome in tonight,
Buffet
folks.
was hanged in Kentucky.
If you're drawing 20K, I'm surprised that they were like, we got to stop this.
Who's the Dan Carlin? I think
they had
did
an
something on
undercard?
public
Yeah.
executions once.
An undercard.
On this day in 1945, they call it VJ Day. VJJ Day. It was celebrating the end of World War II. Imperial Japan had surrendered. On this day in 1980, Wayne Gretzky, at 19 years old, is named MVP of the NHL. The youngest to ever win it. He would win it the next 5 years in a row as well.
Go ahead, Jake.
Nah, I learned from...
You learned from that one, but
no,
not the
I learned from
WNBA
the
one.
story he just did about World War II. You got to one front at a time. I'm not interested in doing... Wayne Gretzky was protected by the league and was kind of a psyop because they needed to juice ratings.
In 1980? All right. On this day in 1986, Pete Rose gets the final hit of his career, 4,256. On this day in 1989, the Sega Genesis released.
Big day.
What a day.
I was never a Genesis guy myself, but obviously that had an impact.
Yeah.
I think that was a divorced household kind of thing. The kids who had Genesis just never felt like they were doing as good.
Well, you'd end up with two. If you had
Yeah.
both, it was the divorce move.
That's what we had at my grandparents' house.
I
That
said
was the
it-
backup.
He had
Come at me.
both. There's no doubt.
Sega's great. And on this day in 1995, a yay boo. You love that, right? Shannon Faulkner becomes the first female cadet in the history of the Citadel. That is South Carolina's state military college, right?
Way to go.
Female. We
So
won.
proud of her.
Girl dads, we really love.
This is going to go good.
Especially in the
Oh, wait a
military.
minute.
That's breaking down barriers.
Faulkner quit the school less than a week later, citing the stress of her court fight and her isolation among the male cadets.
There was a guy, doing death threats, very credible death threats. Like, he would walk up behind her in class, whisper in her ear, and then be gone. And it's happened enough times, she was like, I'm just going to go home.
Pussy.
I believe the first one, is it first one to complete the Citadel? Do you know, Dan?
I don't know. On this day in history, it's Shannon Faulkner.
This is how Nancy Mace first came to prominence as a person in America.
I do remember
her success at the Citadel.
She completed it.
Something like that. She's some kind of first woman at the Citadel record holder.
To do something. First woman to do something.
You could sit at my Dell.
All right. Now it is August 14th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
This story is from 2020, and I made mention of yesterday how it made me mad at the time, not anymore, but at the time I was upset with Angelo for going to Cold Stone. Well, on this day on the show, we did a story in 2020. A homeless man had broken into a Tampa Bay stadium and lived there for a couple weeks.
Yeah. He was just concessions, and
that's awesome.
He had actually done more damage to the team store because he was wearing all of the jerseys. than the So he
alternates, cool.
Sleeping in the team blankets and stolen all the jerseys. He did some damage to the concessions, but he did more damage to the merchandise store by sleeping in all their stuff.
Snuggie.
In 2024, we were out here at camp, and Jake said he can tell which kids didn't come from the girlfriend.
Wait a second. So when they're walking...
Yeah. You can tell.
What's the claim?
I think that you could tell...
Like if she's walking along with 3 kids...
Yeah.
You're saying you could identify which kid isn't...
Those kids didn't come from that DNA.
Correct.
Oh, I see.
It came from the high school girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also just, I mean, the age thing, but sometimes...
I mean, a lot of times it's really easy.
That's probably what I was thinking.
Well, certainly there are shades of...
We had Jordan Lewis on the show.
I loved him.
That's big.
That was
tried
awesome.
Tried to get him back many times through the DMs, but I'm futile in that chase.
When the player tells the PR guy, I'm good.
Yes, few things better.
Feels good.
Right. She really likes me.
Yeah. And then last year, still out here, Jake told us about his field trip to the Hollywood Bowl, where was it an orchestra that played the score of Jurassic Park?
Yeah, the Los Angeles Philharmonic Symphony or whatever. It's a world famous symphony, and they played. I'd never been to the Hollywood Bowl. It was an incredible experience. It was with a couple of friends.
And now next week he's going to be headlining.
Yeah, that's right. No, but TC and I are headed to LA tomorrow morning. No Hollywood Bowl currently on the docket.
They do have Top Gun Maverick playing with the same setup.
Yeah,
Interesting.
with the orchestra.
Didn't you say the crowd would cheer at some parts?
Oh my
I
God!
got a feeling you guys will work in the Hollywood Bowl. You know what I'm saying, man?
Whatever he
Talking
says,
about
hold on
pot,
to your
dude.
butts. You think you would just remain silent throughout that, or would you stand up and shout?
Dude,
right.
there were cheers all throughout. It's just like being at Alamo.
Seems fun.
And that's also when you knew who was an absolute
Never
nerd
go.
for who cheered for the DNA Clippy thing, the Strand. Get out of here, Dado DNA.
And it's an old enough movie that there are kids who are now scientists because
Yes,
of that
I was with
DNA strand.
similar. Yes,
Yes.
And they're getting their funding cut.
Yeah.
Is that it? All right. We got other birthdays. Former Cowboy Roy Williams.
38 or 11.
46. Which Roy Williams would that be?
I'm going to say that's 11.
The safety. Not the wide receiver. The real Roy Williams, I like to say.
He'd be a linebacker today.
Don't you think that's the real like the other
31.
one's like what?
Sorry. No, because I'm a Texas fan. Oh, I was at that time. And the legend of B.J. Johnson, Limas Swede. No,
I'm a
B.J.
college
Johnson, Sloan
basketball fan,
Thomas.
so I go with a different Roy Williams.
I can't say the name Rory. Julius Jones, 45.
What a player.
Dr. J.
1-1.
He's got a son who's a hell of a prospect.
In my fantasy league, he was a 1-1 in
why
his
wouldn't he
second
be?
year.
Do you know how big he went off for that stretch in his
He
rookie
had like
season?
800 yards rushing in the last 9 games of the season.
Meaningless
He
yardage.
absolutely
Could have had
did.
Steven Jackson. One of the worst Parcells picks we had.
Greg Ellis, 51.
One of the better ones.
Great Cowboy. He would play for free, would never do anything against the franchise. Ooh. Except that one time that he was injured until he got his new contract, and then he was healed. And then he played.
Was he kind of the subject of a Thanksgiving fight for you?
Yeah.
Because you were thankful that the Cowboys switched to a 3-4.
Your mom didn't enjoy when we.
No.
Why can't you have things in your
Was
life
that-
that you like?
Is it like
Was that right after you were done playing Life, where you put two boys in cars?
This is the same stage for
we
sure.
hired the,
Once
we
you
hired
realize
the shock
you're,
jock, and all of a sudden I'm mad that he's joking about that.
that's
Like
a peak time.
You
for a
said I'm
boy.
going to go around the table, and I
Right.
know Jake is one of my kids.
Exactly.
What are we doing?
You hand me the mic. Yeah. Oh, shot. Yeah, exactly. But to be 12, man, when you realize, like, holy shit, they really get a rise out of everything I say. Can't wait.
Well, if you would have known about this Ennis Cantor thing back then. John Klingberg is 34.
Found him to be a very pleasant man. That's a bet on yourself and lost, I think. Matt Graham is in a Stars.
Oh, yeah,
Authority
they were
of
offering
Champions
some
Act.
kind of a long-term deal,
like-
like 7 a year, and then he's like, no, we should be getting 10 a year.
Yeah, I think he ended up getting one for like 7. And that
Like a
did-
one for, 1 year.
Yeah.
Not, yeah.
It's always nice to us.
As we've mentioned, Magic Johnson, 67. Okay, he can't move. You're saying he's not a top 5 player in the WNBA. To make this clear.
I don't think so, dude. I'll see if I can find a video of him running.
Could you beat him in a race?
Yes. All of you could too.
I could not beat him in a race.
Now, give TC 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could beat the fastest
Right.
man.
If I put my mind to it, yeah.
Mike Vrabel, 51.
Boy, that challenge flag meme is, or video's going, going hard right now.
So will everything he does.
Here's Mike Vrabel throwing his cell phone.
Panties off his balcony.
Tim Tebow is 39.
It's a good man of God.
Has he been in a Do Perfect video? You would have to think.
It seems like a guarantee.
Mike Mayock is 68.
Cracker.
NBC.
Great analyst on the radio.
He is.
Former Raiders GM. Have you had him in your booth?
No, he's a Westwood guy, but
Okay.
I really enjoy his work.
He did Notre Dame games for a while, and he's by far the best person to have done it.
Raiders GM with Gruden, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it says here, former Giants safety. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Boston College.
Mike Mayock was in the NFL.
He's covering Chris Collinsworth.
All right, here's the most confusing athlete I've ever heard of. Kenneth Lofton Jr. is 24.
Yeah.
Unrelated.
Not Kenny Lofton's son.
Wow.
But his name is,
Yeah.
it's incredible.
Grizzlies?
Does he still play hoops at all
I think it's
anymore?
La Tech.
It was La Tech.
Ed O'Bannon is 54.
Son of a bitch.
Landmark case.
Yeah, he cost Blake a lot of enjoyment.
That's true.
Radiohead.
Josh Bell is 34.
Dallas
Says what-
guy?
Yeah.
I went and saw one of his high school games and called into bad radio to report.
Really?
The opposing coach thought it was his day to shine as he intentionally walked him over and over.
A high school kid.
So we were just really into the local high school phenom.
He was a big deal,
Yeah.
dude.
Said go report on that.
I mean, obviously, but I remember that.
He had a good career.
Wayne Corbett is 53.
Jake.
I had at least a T-shirt. I don't remember jerseys at that time, but man,
Juan Pierre is 49.
Exciting
Marlon.
player.
Halle Berry is 60. Really weird.
yeah, maybe
There's some mystical
Too
stuff
weird.
going
Clevelander.
on with her.
yeah.
What do you mean?
Just seeing her on Twitter or whatever.
Oh.
She's just
All of them got a little Paltrow.
Yeah.
It's very Paltrow.
Steal-
Gary Larson
steal
is
your soul.
76. He's the cartoonist of The Far Side.
I wouldn't mind making a candle from her, though.
Mila Kunis is 43.
Happy birthday.
Defending Masterson? What's the deal?
Yeah, she and Danny. Yeah, she submitted a letter to the court.
So did I think it's
Saying-
her and Ashton Kutcher, right?
Yeah.
Are they still married?
They are,
Okay.
and they then had the video addressing it. That was one of the great weird artifacts of the last 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it during COVID? I feel like it was around then. I don't know.
It must have been close.
Or maybe am I thinking of they had a weird COVID video too?
They get some weird videos going.
They don't bathe their kids.
They do what?
They don't bathe their kids.
They don't bathe them?
No.
Boy, that's an attractive option, let me tell you.
Yeah, dude. The amount of time lost.
Yeah. God.
What's wrong with bathing?
Might be nice. I mean,
fun.
when I was a kid, that's how I was.
Yeah.
How you were what? You're an anti-bath?
Yeah. It felt like torture.
That checks.
Yeah. I'd go a week.
We're aware.
You boys have been to county.
Lynn Cheney is 85, Jake.
She's not a lesbian, but she is the mother of
He
one.
played Frankenstein, right?
Well, that's an old callback. Spencer Pratt is 43.
Hold this L.
Did someone yell out loud in the background?
Yeah.
That's right. You guys going to go see the Spencer Pratt?
No, but I'll tell you,
Trailer where he lives?
seeing the mayor they have now on TV, she definitely does not inspire confidence.
Yeah.
Like, she's got to weigh in. I mean, it seriously is like an action movie every night. So they got to go to her for, hey, everything's on fire. What do you got today?
Man,
She's just, look, I'm just the mayor.
Yeah, she's like, look, I don't give a shit.
Whenever John Mulaney did his late night show on Netflix, it was from L.A. and the first night, the big monologue, he's like, L.A., great city. Clearly no mayor, right?
Yeah.
For no mayor doing good, but who's...
That's how you get Spencer Pratt. Getting traction.
Susan Olsen is 65. That's Cindy on the Brady Bunch.
You want to go see the house? I know where it is.
You know where the Brady Bunch house is?
I've seen it on acid before.
Author Danielle Steele is 79.
Ooh.
This is for Blake because
Yeah.
she is known for her romance novels that focus on successful women navigating family and career challenges.
How many times has she written the word throbbing?
Oh, my God. Get the moms a mop.
Such as like a successful violinist.
Kevin Renee Cadigan is 56. This is for you.
Okay, is it the dog from Frasier? What is it?
Says
That'd be a
here,
funny name for a dog.
Third Eye Blind.
I know the main guy.
Who's
And I'm
that?
Stefan.
quite a big fan of his, Stephen Jenkins, but I don't know the names of the people in the band.
Preston Lacey is 56.
Oh, yes. The big guy from
Which member was Kevin whatever? Because the bassist got called out on Reddit for breaking up a marriage with a threesome.
Yeah.
I think it was even a gay. I think it was a.
It was
MMF.
Oh, Gribble's dream.
Yeah.
Man.
His dream is to see the female POV in an MMF.
Yeah.
Yeah. But our Dumb Zone birthday today, we're going to give to Steve Martin because he's still alive.
Absolutely.
Going strong. 81. Steve Martin is 81.
Now, do you have a problem with him playing his character to do a City Card commercial, Blake, with Martin Short? Two guys who you think they'd had enough.
What character is he doing?
I don't know. I think they're on a show together. My wife watches it.
They are, yes.
Only Murders in the Building?
Why does Steve Martin? If you're 81 and you got all the money, I can see where you want to do Only Murders in the Building. You want to creatively keep putting out. I'm still creative.
Have you
Why
considered
would you
how
do a
this credit
city
card
card
would
commercial?
use point?
Why would you do that?
Think about how much pot you could buy for how much they give you for a City Card commercial.
Is it just one? They're like, his agent is like, look, it's $1 million and it's one afternoon. Do you want to do it?
It's got to be
Hell
more
yeah.
than $1 million.
Oh, what?
You think?
More?
Steve Martin's deal with...
I don't know.
I mean, to do the show is, again, that's a lot of...
Yeah, it's probably more.
All right, well, Born on this Day Now Dead, we have
They run in that commercial an awful lot.
Earl Weaver and Mark the Bird Fidrich.
It's true.
El Popo.
That's right. He invented the middle finger. Dead on this day, still dead. Josephine Cochran. She invented the automatic dishwasher.
Oh, the heir of Cochran Warehouse.
There's a lady who just didn't want to keep doing the dishes.
I respect that.
I like doing the dishes. And it's a great cheat code, like at a Thanksgiving somewhere, because no one else likes doing the dishes, and I like doing the dishes.
Sure.
And everyone else wants to be together with other people, and I don't. So, I'll be doing the dishes. Now, I've mogged all the other husbands that are there.
Lazy asses.
Because, they're
going to be hearing about that.
My buddy, his wife will be like, oh, my gosh, she does the dishes, and blah, 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 blah. And my buddy's like, bro,
yeah,
what are you doing?
And she's just...
And I'm there, Anyway. Also dead on this day, still dead. We have, some people are so famous that just their relatives get famous. Mm-hmm. This is his mom. Gladys Presley. You thought I was going to say a different last name.
I did.
That's the mother of Elvis. Died at the age of 46.
So it's kind of hereditary.
That's right. She died eating a sandwich on the toilet.
After having her stomach
bit off her
pumped.
tongue and skittered up under the vanity.
On an airplane.
If the next 2 generations above you had both died eating a sandwich on the toilet, how terrified would you be of every bowel
Would you
movement?
ever,
You're never taking a sandwich in. That's
No,
a guarantee.
You just eat a plate of spaghetti on the toilet like everyone does.
And that's what happened on this day in history.
Would that be a bet payoff? We came up with a good bet payoff the other day. What was it?
Eat a plate of spaghetti on the toilet?
The single earring for all
Oh, yeah.
the off-season.
That's way too long.
Super Bowl to Hall of Fame game.
You have one...
Super Bowl, yeah.
You have to change it out by theme.
The day after the Super Bowl,
You have like a little
to the Hall of Fame game,
clover.
you have to have one earring.
2 weeks is a good bet on that. Months and months?
I'm in for it.
Dude, I grew my hair out
guys,
for
I
a
gotta
whole
go
year.
clock in.
I would rather grow my hair out.
All right, Ham, thanks
double
for joining
time.
us. There he
Bye-bye.
goes.
Little time and a half.
That's Ham. His appearance today was brought to us by Plum Quick.
PlumQuickCompany.com.
That's right.
ParlayCollective.com.
So what's our pre-Ken check?
Well, all we really have set in stone is... Well, Blake will be gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Blake's going to Seattle.
TC,
They
myself...
need him. The Cowboys need Blake.
Seattle.
We're going to drive up to L.A., and we're going to see The Odyssey on big screen at 11.
Whether
IMAX?
Jon Machota likes it or not.
Whatever he's...
70 millimeter.
The biggest one they have, I think.
This is not just IMAX? Like it's better than IMAX?
Yeah.
There's, 20 of them in the country? Something like that?
Yeah.
So that...
None in the Southern Hemisphere. Something to think about. Or there's one in the Southern Hemisphere in Australia. So all of South America.
That's something to think about?
No IMAX. Just think about how many people
You know what
live
you didn't do in the news the other day? Total eclipse in Europe.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, in Spain.
These guys.
Must not be a big deal.
Man, I loved it when it came here.
Yeah, if it was going to
wonderful.
be here, I would have discussed it. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't care when it was in Spain. But
okay.
I loved it when it was here.
We don't really have any set plans. We each have a hotel room. I got us a hotel room tomorrow night, and Sunday we're going to.
You wanted to wake up not sweating?
Sunday we're going to Dodgers Brewers at
Nice.
like 1:15. Scooble's starting. And
Oh, yeah?
Sunday night we're going to Tim Dillon at the Comedy Store at 7:30, and then coming back. But Saturday during the day.
God damn, that's
possibly
balling out, man.
VJ meetup.
You're going to get home at like
Possibly
2
go
in the
to
morning.
Groundlings show. I mean, whatever.
Well, it's midnight Pacific time.
I know, but then you work on Dallas time, though. I guess you're doing a morning show.
I mean, I'm excited about it. I realize that from afar it looks probably like a beating, but
I mean, a beating, but not if. I mean, it seems great too.
I'm fired up.
But there's a lot. That's just a lot.
Gonna have a good time.
But you're a guy who does a lot.
15 pounds of shit in a 10-pound sack. Yo, grandparents.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo.
See you guys for drinks later.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos. These other plumbers making me sick. Don't wait around, call them plumb quick. Got the good tools, know all the tricks. Don't wait around, call them plumb quick.